Yo, people, good evening. Welcome back again. Literally just 50 minutes later. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. I've got to get this lighting right now. It's too light. It's kind of bugging me. You know what? Stand up there or something, man. Just do something different now and stop bugging me. Shouts out to all the real ones, though. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribed if you're new. Shouts out to Manny, who was alongside me in the Arsenal? In the England versus USA game. The ball draw 0-0. Not really much work for Matt Turner, y'all, or Jordan Pickford with that respect to doing goal. It leaves the group pretty much open. USA versus Iran now becomes almost like a 6-pointer, if you like, you know? So, yeah, all interesting. World Cup. Holland as well played today. Very quickly, I will go into today's results. Look at tomorrow's games. Choose my game of the day right about now. So, sorry, quickly to the Sky Sports app. Obviously, I can pretty much tell you today's results, guys. But anyway, Qatar, yes, they did score a goal, but they are out of the World Cup. Qatar won, Senegal 3. Diaz scored, Deng scored. Pretty good game. Netherlands versus Ecuador. Right, the man himself, Enner Valencia, the GOAT, scored, and Cody Gakpo got the game off to an absolute banger, left foot belter. Cody Gakpo, guys, is he now a 50 million player? We know he was linked with a 25 to 30 million pound move to Leeds United. Kind of a semi-agreed something with Man United, but they went on to do the deal for Anthony, obviously, at about 85 million. Wales 0, Iran 2. Taremi, the FC Porto striker, again, pretty much on fire, stringing up all the play, even though he didn't score today. And then, of course, the best of all, England 0, USA 0. Now, this brings us to Saturday's games. Quite obviously, 10 o'clock in the morning, I'll be missing this one, the classic itself, Tunisia versus Australia. 1 p.m., Poland, Saudi Arabia. I don't think I'm going to be covering that one either. 4 p.m., France, Denmark. Very much could be possibly watching this. No William Saliba, most likely, but who knows? And then in the evening, 7 p.m., Argentina must get their World Cup group up and running when they play Mexico. Guys, is it a quiet one? Please hit likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you is new. Where are the real ones tonight? I'm going to have to send out a quick broadcast in a second and start inquiring where all of the real ones are. After quite views-wise, after quite a decent stream just earlier on with the man himself, Mr. Manny. So let me very quickly just fling this one out there, guys. Let me quickly fling it one more time. You'd think people would know now 10 p.m. is my slot, like exclusively out there. Copy. Sorry, guys. Boom. Boom. Let's just get this out one or two places, guys. Bear with me. Yes, Mr. Craig, real one. Yes, Craig, as punctual as ever. Absolute fantastic real one. What are you saying, Craig? Now it's strictly onto the Arsenal chat. A lot of it is going to be the same, bruvs. A little bit repetitive. Obviously, when we're not in the middle. We're at the start of a World Cup. But as soon as this World Cup is done, bruvs, we move straight back into Premier League football. Like literally 26th, as I've said, West Ham. 31st is away at Brighton, I do believe. And then it's home to Newcastle on the 3rd of January and then away at Tottenham on the 15th. The games are kind of to come thick and fast. Add a bit of Europa League, add FA Cup football. Hence why I said to you, Craig, currently the way the team stands, etc., currently how many players we've got within the team, the squad depth, as me and Lundbergkamp were talking. I said pretty much going out the League Cup could be a blessing in disguise. Now, I know for you, Craig, you was really unimpressed. I see a couple of tweets you sent out there, like, you know what I mean? You were pretty pissed off with going out the League Cup. Again, depth in strength-wise, bruvs, I only see it as not a win-win, mate, but it's Man City's tournament. Man City have won it 4 out of the last 5, and I think Liverpool have won it once as well. Do you know what I mean? Out of the last 5 seasons, Man City and Liverpool seem to have this tournament unlocked. So yeah, I don't know, mate. Slightly a blessing in disguise. I take your point that every tournament's a tournament, and just like last season, going out of the FA Cup at the 3rd round wasn't really good enough. But you know what? After the World Cup, mate, listen, the games are thick and fast from Premier League games. Because of the break, obviously, I don't think the Premier League is getting much of an extension time-wise. So the game's going to come thick and fast. Europa League, FA Cup will start, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't worry so much about the Europa League. Shouts out to Lundberg Camp and Craig, two real ones in here so far. Most definitely get Arsene Wenger in as soon as you can. Bringing on Henderson, but Foden is stupid. I know, mate. You're 0-0. You're trying to win a game, and on comes Henderson. And this is my massive worry with, hey, Jude. People say you're worth £130 million. This is why he scares the life out of me, because even though he did beat up Iran and pretty much did have a good game and played well, I have to say, for me, he was pretty anonymous tonight. An £130 million player against the mighty US of A shouldn't really be going missing to that kind of extreme. Like McKennie seemed to have him. No, I'm not going to say it in his pocket and everything, but McKennie, Musa, and Adams of Leeds United didn't seem to be frightened of Hey Jude one bit. And this guy, again, no Premier League experience. Like, let's be serious, Gunners. If you're going to take £130 million risk, we may as well start bidding for Neymar. Do you know what I mean? I'm scared of Jude, innit? Hence why I think I fully subscribe to going for Tilda Rice instead. Now, guys, on to Arsenal transfer news. As we do, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you is new. Now, Juventus. Now, they were sniffing around Gabriel Magalhaes last season, and he signed a new deal. Word on road is they would love to take our Japan fullback, come centre-back, Tomiyasu, back to Serie A. There's been fees from 15s to 25s been banded about. But at this moment, anyway, Arsenal wouldn't sell. I wouldn't absolutely rule out something in the summer. I do feel we'll change something at right back. Is Ben White going to be our £50 million right back? If him and Tommy was our right backs, like coming into next season, I think we need something a little bit more mobile. A Denzel Dumfries, perhaps. I'm not saying that as a definite, but he has been linked to the club. Ronaldo wants a 6-month Champions League deal. So maybe some Gooners can relax. We've been talking about it for the last 48 hours. Not as in people are screaming, bring Ronaldo to the club. But people like David Seaman have said it ticks a lot of boxes. A 6-month deal. He'd pretty much be in and out of the club and could help us and get them vital goals. And he does know how to win a Premier League title. He does know how to win a Champions League. So I don't know. For a lot of people, this could have ticked a box, but a lot of us have shut it down on last night's and tonight's stream. Ronaldo wants a 6-month but Champions League contract. Can he just play any Champions League football? But he's played Europa League football this season. Does that mean he's cup tied from Champions League football? I don't believe so. Here's a guy that Craig likes, Milankovic-Savic, sorry. Is desperate now to quit Lazio. He realizes he's 27, knocking on the door of 28, and it's time to move on. Memphis Depay is feeling the same, and he's begging Barcelona to pretty much tear up his contract and let him join a Premier League club come January. Marcus Thuram, we spoke about him over and over and over again. 12 goals in 17 games this season, which isn't bad. Overall, he's got about 43, I think, in 119 games in Germany. It's about 1 in 3. £10 million, though, could be quite a bargain. Arsenal, Tottenham, Liverpool have been linked with a January move. Felix is set to leave. Yes, Joey Felix is set to leave Atletico Madrid probably at the end of the season. Already crazy money's been banded about, like 85 million. Navas reveals his Barcelona dream. Yes, that is Ruben Neves, the Wolverhampton midfielder. Something I've been saying to Craig. Hence, allegedly his agent totally shut down moves to Arsenal and Liverpool last summer. And they said again, you need not apply. Saka will be made the Arsenal highest paid player currently, not in history, currently at the club. He will and is about to become our highest paid player on it with a new deal. David Seaman says Arsenal should be taking Ronaldo on a 6-month loan deal. It ticks a lot of box. David Seaman also reckons he could help Arsenal to the Premier League title for their first Premier League title in a damn while. Alberto Milerio, he's 19. Barcelona, Real, Liverpool, Man City, PSG have all been inquired about the midfielder. Listen, I know this is a bit slack. Don't know who he plays for. Allegedly, he's a tricky winger, but here's the alarms. He's got 3 goals, 4 assists in 54 games for Les Palmas. Well, who are they when they're at home? 3 goals, 4 assists, 54 games. He's 19. A tricky winger. I'd rather Wilfred Zaha. But anyway, I don't know who he is. Milan Savic again. Let's get down to him. Milankovic Savic wants a Premier League move now, says reports. Mudrak is now biting his nails over an Arsenal deal. His club are standing firm. They want 90 million. Arsenal probably want to sign him for about 30, 35 million. The saga will continue into January, no doubt. Newcastle and Arsenal are considering bids for Jonathan Davids. Yes, that's a Canada. And is it Leon striker? God knows. Seriously, that's bad, isn't it? And Saka, Manchester City will bid for him, regardless of a deal to be signed imminently at the club. This is obviously something, again, summer after, but something I was reading into. Obviously, De Bruyne 31, Mahrez 33, and Guardiola just signed a new deal. Where Rodgers has been offered, not been offered, has been told there's plenty money in the kitty. They had a reasonably decent summer last year. They recruited, they took in a lot of money. They sold a lot of their reserves or their youth academy players to Southampton, etc. 14 million Lavea, 10 million for the little winger. Was it Adobe or something? The goalkeeper, 19 million, was it? The Republic of Ireland guy. I don't know, Man City made a lot of money on the players they had to. Raheem Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, Zinchenko. So financially, Man City are pretty much in a sound place at this moment. So if Man City want to start throwing out £200 million bids for Neymar or £145 million bids for Saka, believe me, Pep is there for 2 more years. Didn't sign the deal for no reason. We're not talking January, but Man City will be major movers and shakers once again come the summer. Craig? Danny, it's still a trophy though, bruvs. I totally get it, brother. It is still a trophy. But again, bruvs, the accumulation of games. Look at the squad. It's bit, bruvs. We've got 2 midfielders, central midfielders that are worth a fuck at our club, are worth a piss, whatever you want to call it. Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey. After that, bruvs, I'm not hugely impressed. Yes, for the odd game I'd play on any. Lukonga, I have zero faith in. He can piss off right now. We've got 2 wingers at the club, bruvs. Please, I don't want to hear about Marquinhos. I don't want to hear about Nelson, but we've got 2 world-class wingers at the club. What if one of them get injured? What if one of them suffer a lack of form? We need a fucking winger. Mudrak. Before you even see this, I gotta go. Wow, CJ, absolutely respecting you. I take it you jumped in, got a big like on the video. Thank you, my brother. The Arsenal badge behind you looks even harder when it's off. Oh, serious? I didn't. Oh, babe, but don't worry, UE is here to tell me to on the light. I totally forgot. Go on, it looks even harder, yeah? I like that. So it's optional, yeah? Some days on, some days off. I like it. Let's see if UE tells me, Daddy, on the light, Obi, on the light. Bro, David Seaman got the ball rolling with the 6-month CR7, bro. Yeah, you know, innit, bro? Seriously, David Seaman got that rolling and then caused the madness in last night's stream. People had to leave groups, all sorts. Like, it got hella crazy. All because we're talking about CR7 and other bits. Oh my gosh. Yep, here we go. Yui's in. He's up and running. Gakpo looking good like Beyonce. I know, bruv. Seriously. He certainly is. But, bruv, has that now made him a £50 million player? You know how it goes. Like, you know what I mean? A couple of World Cup goals. It's like scoring a couple of Premier League goals, bruv. That is not 25, 30 million pound. I now remove Leeds from the equation. I reckon it's going to be Arsenal. It's going to be Man United. Who knows? Totti could even take a look at this guy. You'll be lucky if you can get him for £45 million after his World Cup exploits. We'll see what he does for the rest of the tournament. Do you know what I mean? If that's where it sits now, he just gets 2 goals, 2 in 2. I don't know. It's going to be £40 million. Cody Gakpo, yes, 23. There's an alarm bell with him with him, but hey, listen, he's got to be better than Eddie and Nketiah, isn't it? Couldn't count. Nope. Yeah, that's it. That's basically it right there, isn't it? And I do believe Arteta knows this, and this is why it's an absolutely non-runner from the start. It was just interesting. I wondered if any of you just thought what David Seaman was true, and basically pound for pound, I was just literally asking. Let's just say he was happy, but he wouldn't be happy to be a bit part player. Let's just say, who would you rather come off the bench for the last half an hour? Nketiah or Cristiano Ronaldo? I'm just saying, innit? Dickhead, doesn't press, doesn't like to work. But I tell you what, if you give him half an hour just to be a tricky little bastard around the goal, I bet he'll nick you more goals than Nketiah between January and the end of the season. Again, I'm just saying. I'm not saying I want him at the club. I think he's a better footballer than Eddie Nketiah, though. Even at 37, yes. I will say, and I'll stand by, that Cristiano Ronaldo, as known as CR7, is in fact a better footballer than Eddie Nketiah. I'll say I couldn't handle Ronaldo. Exactly, bros, and all the press and the attention. But commercially, bros, people say we couldn't afford it. Even if this geezer wanted the Ozil money, 350 grand a week, commercially would make all that back in shirt sales, new fans from Taiwan, China, Abu Dhabi, Qatar. Do you know what I mean? Seriously, sponsorship deals, Ronaldo's penis size, yes, etc. It would all happen. CR7 Arsenal kit exclusive. CR7 blows the Emirates away. CR7 stands next to Cannon. Yeah, bros. They would make so much money off it. Do you know what I mean? So, listen. Couple more goals in this World Cup. A couple of people won't be thinking it's so stupid, innit? Let's see if the real Ronaldo can stand up for one more year in it as a professional footballer. 37, innit? Right. Yui's on the group. We always have to take a look when Yui's talking. Oh, wow. Shouts out to Yui. Oh, snap. Just as you said that. Just as I'm talking, I see, yep, you both are obviously thinking the exact same there. Fantastic. Cody Gakpo to Arsenal, guys. I'm going to run through the news one more time, then we drop the book, and it's freestyle. Juventus are willing, now here's another interesting one, are willing to take Lokonga to the Turin. The old lady, her son. Lokonga will do for Juventus. Allegedly, we can have Adrian Rabiot. This still doesn't excite me, but I tell you what, he's got to be better than Lokonga. Anyways, Ronaldo wants 6 months. Calm down. Champions League move. Arsenal will go back for Danilo, £18 million, as I did say a couple of nights ago. Apparently, we've been haggling. Apparently, we bid 12, turned down. They want 25. Arsenal trying to broker, I'm going to say, a deal at 18 million. Barcelona. No, sorry. Arteta linked to Barcelona in 225. Still couldn't see it happen. Would it be the worst thing that ever happened to this club? I wouldn't be panicking. There'll be a manager around. There'll be a Pep to take over in 25. There'll be a Klopp to take over in 25. There'll be a Vieira or Henry to take over in 25. If Arteta wants to make his way to Spanish town and Barcelona. Savic, we know he is, desperately wants to quit Lazio now. Depay, he wants to join a Premier League team. He's even going to ask Barcelona to rip up the remainder of his contract. Marcus Thuram, £10 million Premier League move. Arsenal and Tottenham linked. Felix to leave Atletico Madrid in the summer. £85 million to anyone that's looking to bring Felix to the club. Man, that's for £85 million too much. Neves reveals his Barcelona ambitions and dreams and basically rules out any other club in the world of football unless Barcelona don't make a bid for him. Saka will be maybe Arsenal's highest paid player at the club, not in history. Seaman, Ronaldo, CR7, we've done that. Alberto Milero, 19, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, all stalking this kid. Don't know really why. Tricky winger, 3 goals, 4 assists in 54 games for Las Palmas. Udinese centre-back. Rodrigo Becao, yep, him. He's been linked for a move to Arsenal. Mudrak is worried and biting his nails about a move to Arsenal. The team have the director at Shakhtar has basically said it's a £90 million move or nothing. Saka, Man City will one day make this bid. Pep Guardiola comment on his 2-year contract, talking about De Bruyne's age, Mahrez's age doesn't faze him. Talked about the youth academy. And then there was a little sneaky comment about players that he likes and has admired for a long time. Could this be revenge on Arsenal? Jesus, Zinchenko, does he want to even it up and bring Saka to Man City? Newcastle and Arsenal are considering making bids for Jonathan Davids. And last but not least, Yeremy Pina sends come and get me plea to Unai Emery at Villa. But Liverpool, Arsenal and Chelsea allegedly are watching the situation. Good evening, Hanumi. Good evening, Yui. Good evening, Craig. Good evening, Lumberkamp. Shouts out to all the real ones. Do be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. First topic of the day. Would you swap Lokonga for Rabiot? We know Rabiot flirted with a move to Man United. I think he wanted something crazy like 310 grand a week to join Man United, though. So, again, if that's his attitude and that's the sort of money he wants, absolutely no way. But if he wants to be sensible, 125 grand a week and we get rid of Lokonga, I'd be kind of down for that. But then again, that could be the desperation stinking or me shaking or worrying already that January isn't kind of going to be the month like it was. Well, I mean, the month that basically like last month, pretty much nothing happening. And if that happens, I'm going to be sick, considering the 5 points clear on top of the table. Anything less than Mudryk and Danilo is absolutely unacceptable. I really think just for a couple of goals, we should be throwing in 10 million at Thuram, possibly. Seriously. I don't know. It depends how much you want to win the league. Again, is Thuram a bigger threat than Eddie Nketiah coming off the bench? Factually, I don't know. My feeling as a motherfucker? Is there a parrot in the room? Just saying. I don't know. Is there a parrot in the room? Just saying. Huh. My name is Johnny Two Times. 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 Sorry, what was that? Right, would be the B-Tech Real Madrid, CR7 up top, Pound Hand and Odegaard, New Varane, Saliba, Martinelli, bang, Di Maria. Oh, there you go, bro. There you go. So Lundbergkamp says it. And I don't know. I still believe Ronaldo's going to have quite a cheeky tournament, even though things didn't seem mad hunky-dory when Portugal played the other night. But they got the job done, and guess who scored, didn't it? Cristiano Ronaldo. Raw stream looking mad bright. Yeah, I know, man. I had to get a light on me finally, bro. I had to get a light on me, even though it's a little bit too hectic. And I didn't even as UE would tell you, I didn't on the light of the Arsenal light. But Lil Bergkamp says it looks kind of shady, not with the light not even turned on. So it can stay like that tonight. Fantastic. Yo, what if we buy Mudryk, put him on the left wing, then Martinelli, Jesus, and then Nketiah as strikers with Martinelli on the wing sometimes? Well, that would be an option, but of course, for me, just for me personally, if Arteta ever wanted to try that, last season when he had a failing Aubameyang, a dying Lacazette, why wouldn't he have tried it then? So I don't know. I think that boat has personally sailed, and it's probably something to do with Martinelli's work rate, isn't it? I think he wouldn't want to lose his work rate on the wing. I have no idea apart from that. If we do that, get Tielemans in, that's enough. I'm still saying, to be honest, but it could work. I'm still saying no, to be honest, but it could still work. Yes, why not? Tielemans isn't the greatest midfielder in the world, but I tell you what, if he got to move to a club like Arsenal, I don't know. I think that just kind of the energy levels go up for a little while. Everything's all good. He's that kind of guy, I reckon, just goes sour after a year or 2 or 3. I don't know. Tielemans is all right short term. At his age, does he want to sign for a team that thinks he's a short term player? Probably not. Again, if we're going to try doing the cheapskate way, bros, we've got Zaha, we've got Grimaldo, we've got Ivan Indika, we've got Tielemans. We could snap all of them up for the price of that in the summer. Probably a bit of agent fees and a couple of signing on fees. But basically, yes, they're all free agents. And then, please, a couple of bits of quality, innit? I don't know. We've spent 130, 140 on average the last 2 summers in a row. If we was to spend that again, I don't know. It has to be not the 5 players or whatever we've tried to do over the last couple of summers. I say it's 2 key signings. You know what I mean? 70 million each. Declan Rice and someone. 70 million, 70 million. Throw that together. You surely, and you've signed about 25 players for the club. You don't need 5 players every single summer. There's got a time now where we sign 2 big players, 1 big player, a Galactico, if you like. Surely we've got to be getting closer to that time. Surely this is the direction we're looking at. Tielemans, as I say, I don't rate him better than Granit Xhaka. Tielemans, I don't rate him better than Thomas Partey. If you want to become a better football club, surely this is Bellingham. Surely this is Tilda Rice. The level above their midfielders, and now you've got quality. If someone gets injured, you've now got bang on call. You ain't got Lokonga coming in, you've got Rice stepping in. Do you know what I mean? Say you've dropped Granit Xhaka for a couple of weeks, you know what I mean? Rice gets a little hamstring injury, bang, you've got Granit to come back in. Fuck it, Liverpool, Man City come calling. You can play 3 tough midfielders, Rice, Xhaka, Partey. Let's close the door on any prick coming trying to get through us. Then you got Saliba at the back, and you got Ramsdale in goal. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. 24 minutes in. What is the word, real ones? What are we saying this evening? Juventus. Why do I think they're trying to do business with us somewhere in this January window? And we happen to be playing them at the Emirates Stadium on the 17th of December. Very interesting. People are already talking about Dusan Vlahovic. Well, he doesn't start for Serbia. Mitrovic takes that starting role. Do you know what I mean? I don't trust in Dusan Vlahovic either. I think that was a blessing, whatever happened last January. In fact, I don't even want to talk about last January. Shout out to Tyler. Tyler is back. Guess who's back? Respect to you, my brother. What is good? Guys, please do be reminding yourselves to get a massive like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. And look, Burkamp, I actually get it now. I'm just sitting back looking at it. Even without the light turned on. That still looks shady on the wall, just as it is. Shout out to all the real ones. So, guys, again, it brings us to that time about half an hour into the stream when we start asking again the January window. No matter how repetitive it is, it's on everyone's lips. Of course, we want Arsenal to be doing things. We want Arsenal to be securing deals somehow. Yes, you know we can't sign them in December, but are you telling me teams ain't out there talking to other teams right now and trying to get deals on the way? Do you know what I mean? Nice and early. I don't get Arsenal sometimes, even with Arshavin. We almost didn't do the deal. Like we literally processed the papers at 11:59 at night on transfer deadline day. Why do you want to wait to the 31st of January? You've just missed a whole month. Look at some of the teams we're playing in January. I think the FA Cup starts in January. We've got Newcastle in January. We've got Man United in January. We've got Tottenham in January. We've got West Ham just before January. And Brighton knocking on the door, 31st of December. I call it a bit like January. So what the F, guys? And then Europa League is clearly around the corner, February. We are going to need more reinforcements, guys. Do you know what I mean? We need at least 2 players this January window, or this season could go as tits up as it is promising right now, 5 points clear of Man City. Do you really think Pep Guardiola ain't thinking, man, imagine if Arsenal pull off a couple of massive signings? Imagine if we did pull off a Mudryk, a Ronaldo, a Tielemans. Like, even Man City would be sitting there thinking, do you know what? You know what? We need to chew off this 5 points now, because they're not going to be worse with Ronaldo, Tielemans, and Mudryk, are they? We're not going to be a worse team, are we? All right, forget Ronaldo, Tielemans, Mudryk, and Marcus Thuram, for example. Now, we're not going to be a worse team come January the 1st or January the 10th or January the 20th, whenever we could do these deals. Even if we've done them all on January the 31st, then from February the 1st, we are not a worse team than when we walked into the January window. I'm sure all of you could agree. Marcus Thuram, £10 million. Mudryk, maybe £55 million. Danilo or Tielemans, most £18 million. Do you know what I mean? Mr. Easy, what's going on, bros? I've just finished work only to find the Yankers held us. Yeah, bros, the absolute Yankers, bros. Really boring game as well, man. It was like England was playing 3 at the back and all of that sort of thing. No imagination. I don't get why Mason Mount has to play the 90 minutes, and every single 90 minutes, Harry Kane not offering nothing for England. Sterling was really quiet. I have to admit, Saka was quiet. Bellingham was non-existent. This is why I get scared. Liverpool, you're apparently interested in this guy as well. £130 million for a kid who's 19 that's never played a Premier League game. I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that £100 million fee. I don't care if you're telling me you can do a down payment of 65 mil and then you owe Borussia Dortmund another 65. I still think that's one hell of a risk. He's never played a Premier League game, just like Jadon Sancho. One thing he's done that Jadon Sancho didn't, though, Jadon Sancho, I think, just played under 23 games and respectively for Man City. At least he's played a handful of games in the Championship with Birmingham. But let me tell you something. That signing there is a worry for me. Easy, real talk. Liverpool, we're sitting exactly where they are now. Theoretically, you do get into a top 4 this season. You've got your Champions League place. Everything's irie, let's say, for next season. Who would you choose? £65 million, let's say, for example, Declan Rice, or £125 million, Jude Bellingham. Who would you bring to Liverpool? Easy, that question is just for you, bro. Shouts out to all the real ones, guys. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Easy, £65 million, Tilda Rice, or £125 million, Jude. Hey, Jude. Who do you bring to Liverpool Football Club, bros? Who's the guy that's going to walk into Liverpool's midfield, Premier League proven, and have no problems just clamping that midfield back together, taking Fabinho or Cater's or Henderson's place? Over to you, Easy. The Benzema Higuain link years were unbearable. Yeah, I know, bros. Every season, like, at least with Higuain, it happened for 2 years. When he was leaving Real Madrid, after he left Real Madrid, that was pretty all right. I think we flirted with him one more time, but which was annoying, just as annoying. But Gonzalo Higuain, for 18 months, I literally thought we were sealing that deal. Obviously, there was no YouTube channel them days, but I was just as a nutty gooner. And yeah, mate. And the Benzema, that was almost like Vieira leaving us every season for about 7 years. Benzema. In fact, I actually do think Benzema has pretty much come out and said he actually was this close at one point. I don't know if this was 10 years ago. I don't know if this was the last 7, 8 years. But allegedly, do you remember? Listen, he put out one of them, as they call it, cryptic messages. He basically put, he was on an aeroplane with his missus, and underneath the caption basically put, "On my way to London," and then hands with prayers, hearts, and blah blah blah. And then there was all sorts of end of a chapter, um, opening up new avenues for me, blah blah blah. A load of cryptic messages him and his wife were sending out one summer. This was a good few years ago, but I do remember this, and it basically capped off with "On my way to London." Anyway, as we all know, he never did sign for Arsenal, and Real Madrid probably gave him another 100 grand a week to shut him up. But big up Benzema. I never actually thought he was the quality kind of guy that could stay at Real Madrid for over 10 seasons, and I don't know. It seems like with every year, he seems to have got that little piece better. Shouts out to all the real ones. Right, let's see if Easy has answered that question. Good evening. Yo, Linda, you good? Yo, Easy. What's on Nkuku? Well, here's the deal. Nkuku again. Easy, where have you gone? Nkuku, Christopher, can be taken from any club in world football away from RB Leipzig for 48 million at the end of the season. Word on road is, as we've heard, Chelsea have made a move for him. Basically, they're trying to broker, I'm going to use that word again, they're trying to broker a deal in January that would allow them to speed up this 48 million release clause by, well, not speeding up, but basically giving them a good 12 million pound drink. So basically a 60 million pound fee, and they lose him 6 months earlier than they thought they were going to. So it's up to RB to decide, do they want 12 million pound more or just lose the gauge at the end of the season for 48 million? I'm sure if you started offering 65, 66 and 67s, I'm sure they're going to snap your hands off straight away and take their chances on the last 5-6 months of the season. If it's financially worth it for them, I reckon they'll do it. There's no smoke without fire. But Edric has visited Chelsea also, the 16-year-old Palmeiras sensation, but no deal has been done. Everything I've heard is basically, and everything I can stack together from everything I've read, everything I've looked at, it basically seems his family want to keep all options open. Palmeiras haven't allegedly still have not received an acceptable offer. From what I've been hearing, it's about 30 million pounds they've been offered for Endrick, and they don't see that as enough. Allegedly, they want 25 million for Danilo. So if they want 25 mil for Danilo, damn right they want more for Endrick, the 16-year-old sensation. Bellingham for sure. Fair enough. I'll take mine. And I think it would be about 65. That's what I'm saying. Right now, 65 million, I reckon that does it. Because they're losing him at the end of the season. He's got a buyout clause of 48 million pounds at the end of the season. Seriously. You want to start giving them like 18 million pounds more than what they're going to receive at the end of the season? RB are a decent club, but RB will have to seriously think about that. Who is anyone to be losing 18 million pounds? Henry has basically put it out there as well. How could Arsenal let Chelsea just basically make themselves stronger, make themselves more of a threat for the top four in Arsenal's title challenge? And why would Arsenal basically not be going for him? Is that shots fired for Gabriel Jesus by Thierry Henry? Who knows? We're linked in time ago. Yes, under Unai Emery. In fact, we could have done a deal before he went to RB for 13.5 million pounds. Unai was not granted the 13.5 to sign the player. I remember it like it was yesterday, bro. 13.5 million. Hanyumi will tell you that if he's still in the stream. 13.5 million we could have got him for, but Emery wasn't granted the money. Hence why he played Matteo Guendouzi. Easy, what do you know about this? Let me turn it on. Hence why he played Matteo Guendouzi 49 games in a row, because he was actually the only signing that he was allowed to make. We know other players come in, but they weren't his signings. He didn't want Pepe. We don't have to go through this again. He wanted Zaha. He didn't want Torreira. He wanted Fabinho. He didn't want Socrates. He wanted Maguire. Thank God he never got Maguire, though. Hindsight, could have gotten for cheap. Listen, it's come out as well. His agent has basically said it. One of our former employees, Francis Caggio, he basically said Jude Bellingham to Arsenal was done, like 17 million a few years ago. It was all done, agreed, fees, everything. Arsenal just never slumped down the money. Caggio was one of the scouts. He's pretty much hotted up Arsenal. He said just between Edu, Arteta and Vinay, they fucked the deal royally. Jude Bellingham to Arsenal was absolutely done 2 years ago, 17.5 million, I think. But between Edu, Arteta, and Vinay, they all fucked up this deal. Do you know what I mean? Adams has also put that out, I think, on his Insta. He also knew for a fact. So I don't know how, obviously, talk goes around when you're a footballer. But who knows about the Halgal 2000? This is called the Halgal 2000. You put Halgal inside, it cooks it right now. I don't know if you can see the screen. The screen is now cooking the thing, and it goes green when it's ready to perform Halgal. So 1 minute, let's get that, let that get to green. It's cooking. I've asked it to cook at 430 Fahrenheit, not degrees, from PSG. Who? Oh, yes, exactly. 13.5 million. Yes. Right. Mr. Easy, shouts out to you. I said he'll go for Jude Bellingham for sure each and every day. Yui says Jude Bellingham was like a 1 minute silence today. Quiet. Exactly, bros. And this is why I still say I take Tilda to Arsenal. I take Tilda. This is why I trust in Tilda. But 1 second, I've got to perform Halgal 2000. Raw, woke up dogs in the village. Can you hear the dogs barking? That's the sound of the Halgal 2000. Oh, Gamil! You know about the Halgal 2000, bro? It's designed, bro. Gamil. Oh, Gamil. If you perform Halgal on the Halgal 2000, oh my god, it should be called the Halgal 2022. That's ridiculous. That makes me want to underline. Shouts out to Gamil. Shouts out to Easy. Shouts out to Lung Burkamp. Shouts out to UE. Shouts out to Linda, to Craig, to Yumi, to Hazard, all the real ones. What's going on? Right. So Arsenal, Gamil. Who does Arsenal need to sign in January? Who does Liverpool need to sign in January? If Newcastle want to be a top 4 team, listen, I think they're a Maddison and a really good central midfielder away. Listen, if they could add Maddison, and if they could even add, let's say, of all respect, a Yuri Tillemans, I think Newcastle could be very tricky to beat. Pope's a good goalkeeper. They've got their back four pretty much sorted. They could Botman. I don't know. Someone could have a nightmare Botman. Who else have they got? Trippier. They've got the left back. Where did they get him from? I can't remember. But he's been reasonably solid without being the best left back in the world. But they've all been solid. Trippier as well. Like Trippier for England seems to have a little bit of an alarm bell around him. But at Newcastle, he seems to be fine. I think Newcastle are a bit of a problem for teams chasing top 4. Do you know what I mean? But shouts out to all the real ones. Please begin the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new on the day when USA did hold England to a 0-0 draw. In fact, when I say did USA hold England, USA were the better team, mate. USA created the better chances. Shouts out to the USA on that. Quick 6 months finesse. You're not going to let it go, are you, Lundberg? Cristiano, easy. Are you still here? Would you take Cristiano Ronaldo to Liverpool for 6 months? It literally just turned off. When it offs itself, let me see if everything's cooked inside. No, that can go again, you know. So I'm going to turn that back on and perform one more Halgal with this, and then we'll run with a strain. Right, German clubs are both lucky. Their league is that average that they can make. Nelson, exactly. Nelson looked great there, bro. Shouts out to you. Jude Bellingham looks great there, bro. Jadon Sancho looked great there, bro. Nelson had a fucking really good season. Well, in fact, he had a good half a season there. And I don't know if they found him out. Allegedly, it was like attitudes of blah, blah, blah. Serge Gnabry is an absolute G there, bros. I'm not saying I wouldn't take Serge Gnabry back to Arsenal. It's Halgal time. One moment. It's just a no tobacco straight flavor hit. That it's just incredible. The Hulgal 2000. Everyone should have. Everyone should have a Hulgal 2000. Could sell back to the Premier League for 30 million. Brubs, exactly. This is what these German teams do. And then they'll take a few more people from Man City in the summer. They'll take someone from Liverpool in the summer. They'll probably take someone from Arsenal's academy. Patino could go Germany, and Arsenal be linked with a £49 million move for him. 18 months later, this is what will happen, bros. Look at Yunus Musa, bros. He's 19. He has got 23 caps for the USA. He played very well against England tonight. He's 19 years old. He was in the Arsenal academy for 8 seasons, but he never played one single senior game. Now he's 19 years old. He's a regular at Valencia. He's a regular for USA with over 20 caps to his name. Like, need I say more? Big up Iran today on Smoke. Yeah, you done know, innit? And Iran USA is now one damn game. You can imagine what the USA president is going to be phoning up now. Did you see the phone call about, hey, coach, I'm in the team, y'all. Hey, my name is Matt Turner. Matt Turner, I back you to stop every shot that comes at you. Now I can imagine what you're saying now, innit? On a dodgy vibe. If you don't beat Iran, do not come back to the United States of America, y'all. Do you hear me? Hey, is this going live? Is this on YouTube? Is this on Sky Sports News? No? Right. Here's this, guys. If y'all don't beat Iran, you do not come back to the United States of America. I will tear up your passports personally. So, hey, guys, have a great tournament now. Hey, no pressure, y'all. Good night. I reckon Gnabry would flop if he come back to the Premier League unless he goes City. Exactly. But Bergkamp, this is why I love you, bruvs. You are my scientist, bruvs. You're on fire today, like me and you usually. Like literally, this is what I mean, bruvs. Possibly the way we play, he could do well at Arsenal as well, Gnabry. Liverpool, yes. Man City, yes. Chelsea, struggle for some reason. Why do I say that? They've got a lot of stars sometimes, and two dicks don't mix. Do you know what I mean? Sterling's dick, Gnabry's dick, Aubameyang's dick. You know what I mean? Just 3 dicks don't mix, clearly. How beautifully said on YouTube, Danny. Link tomorrow. Why not, Gamil? I'm definitely going to come. Puff, go. Yeah. Oh, you want beyond me? Halgal 2000. Bro, you put the tiniest, that's it, it's done now. You put the tiniest little piece in, bros. And it goes one heck of a long way. I've just closed down the Hulgal 2000. That is incredible. They tried it with Xavier Amachi, but failed. Yeah, bros, exactly. But look at, then we can talk about Hutchinson, Chelsea. I don't think he's done himself no favours, this kid, Amari Hutchinson, leaving Arsenal. In search of what at Chelsea? If you can't get first team at Arsenal, bros, what in the Ross makes you think you're getting first team football at Chelsea? They've got Hudson-Odoi that's had to piss off from them. Are you better than Hudson-Odoi? Do you know what I mean? If you are, congratulations. They've got Loftus-Cheek, Gallagher. Where's that geezer Gilmore gone? The Scottish geezer. Whatever happened to Gilmore? Do you know what I mean? They've got so much young talent, they don't even know what to do with it themselves, Chelsea. It's ridiculous. So why they had to come and steal Amari Hutchinson off us? Wow. It's beyond my thoughts, isn't it? I don't get it. It's mad. It's mad. And you know what? I wasn't convinced of what Manny said. I don't know who let go Yunus Musa from Arsenal. He reckons it was Unai Emery, and it was done in 2019. I am pretty certain it was done in 2019, so I suppose it was Emery. Arteta coming right at the start, innit, of 20, not at the end of 19. Why do I think Arteta sold Musa? But anyway, maybe I am wrong on that one. Just prove how tough the Premier League is. Exactly. Look at Jadon Sancho, bros. Look at Jadon Sancho. What do you mean, no way, brother? Oh, the Hulgal 2000, bro. The Hulgal 2022. The Hulgal 2022. Bros, I don't want to say you just get the smallest amount of Hulgal. Both of them work. So I mean, you just dash it in, heat it up. Bros, it actually heats it to 220 Fahrenheit. 330, 430 is the max. I just cook it fast and just bang. Hulgal. Could be a starting replacement. Could be the Sterling replacement for City. Indeed. Listen, remember, they've got a couple of older guys on the wings now, with all respect. I'm sure they've got something else coming through that youth, or they're just going to buy Neymar or something real soon. Remember, De Bruyne is 31. Mahrez is 33. These guys are starters, or at least De Bruyne is definitely a starter. But how many years are these guys going to last? So, yes, I can see alarm bells regarding people like Bakarai Saka, but there is other wingers in the world, and Man City won't be shy. And Man City, with all respect, raised almost £200 million in player sales last summer. Remember I told you, exclusively at the start of the summer, Man City are on a selling spree. I said I don't know why, but I don't think they're broke, but they're on a selling spree. And they sold pretty much £190 million worth of talent. I said they'd sell £200 million worth of talent. Do you know what I mean? They signed Haaland, we know, but at 52 million, that's literally like a bag of salt and vinegar. Don't give a damn what anyone says. What else did they sign? The geezer from Leeds, the youth from Leeds, as we call him on the stream, the youth from Leeds. Big up to Saudi Arabia, most definitely, bruv. Wow, Argentina, Messi, the romantic, going to win the last World Cup. Man, George, you can't even beat Saudi Arabia, bruv. Messi, allow it, innit? A penalty, perhaps, bruv. This is what I mean. Messi and Ronaldo and blah blah blah, bruv. Guys, they're almost done in it. They're 37s and 36s respectively. They've had unbelievable careers, but it's almost time to let it go. Ronaldo still wants to play Champions League football, and Messi just won't let this World Cup dream go. Yeah, I get it. The old romantics, blah, 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 blah. Saudi Arabia turned you over, innit? And Iran could be the next one. If they turn over America, guys, they're going through with England, I reckon, from this group. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. But it's all interesting. I'll take some at Arsenal still. Some who what? Who would you take at Arsenal? That's what I mean. Gnabry, that is another risk. Do you know what I mean? Easy. What's your thoughts on this? You said Bellingham all day long. Look at the Jadon Sancho thing, bros. Or do you think that's more attitude at Man United? Or do you think that's more of a Man United thing? Because he isn't the first guy to... he ain't going to be the first guy to flop at Man United, but... He's English, bruv. There shouldn't be so much acclimatization. The weather shouldn't be bothering. He should know what you can get food, takeaway wise, Nando's, McDonald's, Burger King, etc. Like, do you know what I mean? Jadon Sancho should not be struggling to make an impact at Man United now. Not when he cost £89 million, isn't it? They bought themselves another winger at £85 million, Anthony. Do you know what I mean? Cody Gakpo, guys. Could this be this guy be Arsenal or Liverpool, Leeds or Man United bound? Now, he's 23. He's been kind of tearing it up for the last year, 18 months in Holland. But again, I don't think this guy's no Luis Suarez, and I get scared of people from Holland apart from Luis Suarez. Leroy Sané, bro, I'd take him. Bruvs, he's a next one. See, again, Ferran Torres looked good at Man City, yeah? Bang. I get it. Why didn't Pep let him go? Was it that this guy just done a Neves? You know, I only done a Fabregas even. I just want to play for Barcelona, blah, 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 blah. And Leroy, look good at Man City. He's gone home to Germany and hasn't really balled. Like where Gnabry flopped in England, but then went back to Germany and balled. And I know he has a lot of flashes in the pan. When I say flashes in the pan, 1 game in 5 for Bayern Munich, he's sensational. But why is this guy so inconsistent? Like, he's not getting younger, clearly. He should be growing into a better footballer. Is it Germany? Is it not test him enough? Because in the Premier League, he seemed to be... But then again, that's having to play for Man City. You had to work, you had to run, or you didn't play. Because we know he had certain problems on the Guardiola. But again, I'm not knocking it down. I think there's a certain alarm bell there. And I'd much rather Mudryk on the wing. I'd much rather Mudryk. But I'm not directly saying no, if you know what I mean. I'm just saying, wow. Like Felix, that's the next one. A lot of people like this geezer at Arsenal. Joe Felix is a massive risk, do you know what I mean? A risk again that Man City that can comfortably take, bros. And again, the little dickhead will probably work out nice as a little false nine at Man City. I may be biased. I used to love watching him play for City. I totally hear that, bros. And I thought he was fantastic at City. I just think he's quieting down a piece at Bayern Munich. Even in the Champions League, bros. It isn't like we don't see Bayern Munich, bros. And he's never the key guy, bros. Do you know what I mean? It was always Lewandowski or a Kimak or something, bros, doing or what's that? The old geezer in the midfield, bros, annoying people still in the Champions League. I'm more talking last season, but I don't know. Leroy isn't that guy. Like Kingsley Coman was playing a lot ahead of him, bros. Kingsley Coman is a good footballer. But if you'd asked me who would have been better in the Premier League, Kingsley Coman or Leroy Sané, like, you know what I mean? It's Leroy Sané, bros, for me. Mad one, bros. Mad one. Why would you get me involved in such a madness tonight? I reckon he'll do well for us, though. Felix would flop in the Premier League 100%, bros. Yeah, bros, because I do believe, I don't think it's factual, but I'm thinking about 100 games or 120 games, something like that, 120 games for Atleti. I think he's got like 26, 27, 25, 26 goals. In 100 and something games, 120 games, he's got like 23, 24 goals. Oh, wait, mate, you need to score more goals. You cost Atletico Madrid £107 million, my son. Seriously. Yeah, there's no way with 24 goals in Spain for one of the top teams. Let's have it right. So that means, come on, he's got 4 massively hard games a season with no disrespect to anyone else in Spain. He's got Barcelona home and away, and he's got Real Madrid home and away. I know you got your odd Valencia and your odd Seville here and there, but come on, man. Look, though, what's going on, my brother? Shouts out to you. I did see you on your stream earlier on. It was with the girl Melina, etc. Shouts out to you, brother. What's good? What's good in the hood? Peace. We're still talking the January window. We're still talking all real ones, all Arsenal chat, and anything and everyone that's been linked with Arsenal today. Would you take Rabiot at Arsenal, bros? Here's a couple of questions. Would you take Rabiot and swap him with Lokonga? Obviously, Juve, Arsenal playing Juve at the Emirates Stadium. I'm definitely looking to get tickets to this one, guys. 17th of December, Arsenal versus Juventus. Tickets are currently not on sale, but you know me, I'm all over it, and I will be all over it. Other bits of Arsenal news. Mudryk is now basically biting his nails. His club are pricing him out of a move to Arsenal. He's getting worried. Where is going to be the middle meeting in this? Shakhtar rate him at 90 million. Arsenal allegedly rate him at the 40s and £42 million bracket. Shakhtar, come on, be real, man. You've got to do a deal at about 50, 55, if you ask me. Wouldn't take Rabiot at high wages. Yeah, bros, that's why. In fact, yes, that is exactly why he pulled out, him and his mum, innit? His mum's his agent or something, and he pulled out of a deal with Man United because they wouldn't give him, like, was it 355 grand a week? Like, bro, allow me. Who do you think you are, G? 355 grand a week. Adrian Rabiot, you can blow me, and your hair can blow me. In fact, I'll grab you by your ponytail, bros, and I'll swing you back to the nearest airport, like woof, and just let go. Do you know what I mean? But shout out to all the real ones. 52 minutes, guys. We have got 53 minutes. We've got 7 minutes left of this stream. As you know, I've just come off a 2.5 hour watch along with Manny. Shouts out to all the real ones. Gamil, Easy, Lumberkamp, Luca, UE, Liakers, Hazard, Yumi, Linda, all of the real ones on the channel. To Craig, what are you saying, mate? Where's everyone disappeared to? We've got 7 beautiful minutes left. Arsenal again, Danilo, they are preparing the £18 million bid for Danilo. Apparently a £12 million bid has been rejected. Palmeiras are said to be holding out for £24 million. Newcastle and Arsenal considering bids for Jonathan Davids. I think this is just agent and newspaper talk. I've already talked about Alberto Melero, 19. He plays for Las Palmas. He's got 3 goals and 4 assists in 54 games, which is nothing to go crazy about. But allegedly, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and PSG are all hunting this guy. David Seaman reckons Arsenal should sign CR7 on a short-term contract. Could Arsenal win the league with CR7? Memphis Depay wants Barcelona to rip up his contract and let him leave to go to the Premier League on a free contract come the January transfer window. Arteta has been linked with Barcelona in 2025. See ya. And onto other Arsenal news. If they fell in a bid for Danilo, they will go for Ibrahima Bamba of Victoria Gimenez in Portugal, but he's Italian. Manny was on it today. He certainly was, brother. And it's Cody Gakpo, John through the midfield. Cody, it's up for grabs now. Cody, right at the end. Juve, can't wait to get rid of Rabiot. Man's on the bench. Yeah, man, taking up the dirt, Aaron Ramsey style. Exactly, bros. They had to get rid of Aaron Ramsey the absolute same way. Youth trying to backfire big time. What it was, yeah, they gave a couple of just overinflated contracts. There was obviously one or two people that did want Ramsey or did want Rabiot. So they threw a lot of money at it and thought, right, we're easily getting £35 million on all these bastards. But they've pretty much learned like Arsenal. Maitland Miles, we can't get nothing for. Sanchez, we got nothing for. Ozil, we got nothing for. And everyone else, do you know what I mean? We don't know how to negotiate. We panic, and then we let people like Saliba get down to 18 months on their contract. I can't believe this geezer is 1 year away from being able to negotiate a deal with PSG for absolutely nothing. He's 1 year away from being able to negotiate, and then has to sit on Arsenal's bench probably for 6 more months after he's negotiated his deal. Do you know what I mean? Probably happily, because he won't want to get injured before his new career starts in France at PSG. As he is a young Parisian, and that is the way forward for PSG. Allegedly, from now on, no more Galacticos. But Yui, Lumberkamp, Craig, all the real ones, it's almost time for me to go. I shall again, but they've not been getting that much attention. But I will make a World Cup daily download early in the morning. That will go out there before I go live for either the 4 o'clock or the 7 o'clock game tomorrow. So I'll either be covering France or who's the 7 o'clock game again tomorrow? I can't remember, y'all. I just can't remember, y'all. The 7 o'clock game, Saturday. France, Denmark, 4 o'clock, or Argentina, Mexico, 7 p.m. I'll cover one game tomorrow, of course. 10 o'clock, Tunisia, Australia, miss me. Poland, Saudi Arabia, 1 p.m. With no disrespect to neither country. I'll watch the game. I will be awake by then, so I will watch it, but I won't be covering it. And I'll decide if I'm doing 4 p.m., France versus Denmark, give myself a breather before 10 p.m. live, or cover Argentina and Mexico and have like half an hour to literally grab my breath before I come back on for 10 p.m. live. Excuse me. Who are the players you're glad we curved in recent years? Mine is Lamar, Lautaro, Martinez. I thought you liked Martinez, or it wasn't you. I know you've more spoke Osimhen. So I'm not going to accuse you of Martinez. Someone that was on this stream, bros, loved a bit of Martinez, screamed about them for a little while. But yeah, fair enough. Thomas Lamar, oh God, 92 million, most definitely. That's a flipping good question. Yui, help me out. There's a couple on the tip of my tongue. We've had a couple of, when you think, do you know what, in hindsight, let me think. Ooh. Couple of French midfielders, man, I haven't quite met. Adrien Rabiot. We were linked to him before. When he started blowing up, before PSG's, all of that, we were linked with him hard. Who else? People like Renato Sanchez, was we ever really interested in him, though? I don't know. Bro, that's a brilliant question. That one's going to rack my brain for another hour or two, so I can't even give you the answers for that right now. Players Arsenal been linked with, but on hindsight, we're delighted the deal never got done. That's a brilliant question, Lundberg. That's one, I don't know. We always scream about the ones that could have got done. Fuck Arteta and all of that, and blah, blah, blah. And this is bang out of order. This is scandalous. Could this be allowed to happen? This ain't going to count, but we know Unai Emery did want Maguire over Socrates. Obviously, at that kind of money, it was never going to happen. He would have got ruled out with the money. But so realistically, again, that was never, ever. Draxler. But bro, if we had got him at the right time, no. If we had got him when he was 19, bros, and I'd say the same in Mario Götze. If we had got these talents when they were young enough, bros, we could. They were both exceptional footballers. I think they got a bit big-headed. Mario Götze won the World Cup at an incredibly young age, scored a couple of goals along the way, if I do remember correctly. I don't know, and then ended up at fucking Feyenoord. I think they blew up really quick in Germany, bruvs, like Jadon Sancho and Jude Bellingham, and then out in other countries, it wasn't as easy for them. Julian Draxler, though, has still been in PSG's team for a very long time. I think he's just moved to Portugal at the start of the year, but at the end of the summer. Because he just popped up for someone the other day. I thought, what's Julian Draxler doing over here? Playing for like FC Porto or something, or like Sporting CP. He just turned up for someone randomly. Benfica, possibly? Is he playing for Benfica, Julian Draxler? I'm pretty sure he's at Benfica. If we'd got these kids at 18, 19, 20, and we was linked with both of them very hotly, we were linked with both of them, but so was Liverpool, man. Everyone in the world is linked to these kids. Eden Hazard, around these times as well, we were linked with him. Chelsea, 32 million. But Mario Götze and Julian Draxler, on the Wenger, in Wenger we trust. I'm not saying both of them, but he could have made one of them a fucking world-class footballer. Or they had slight touches of world-class about them, in elements of their career, but they could have had so much more. Do you know what I mean? Götze, the small little midfielder, attacking midfielder like an Ozil. I think Wenger would have molded that person into be a brilliant little footballer. Please hit the likes on the video. Do give me your views on that. Maybe Higuain, possibly Higuain, bruv. Very maybe. But on hindsight, bruv, when he was meant to join Arsenal for I believe 22.5 million from Real Madrid, and I got banned from a certain. Obviously, I didn't do YouTube then, but I was talking to like Arsenal Online or Just Arsenal. Man, they blanked my email, and not blanked my email. I mean, they closed down my shit. If I tried to join in my email, they were like, "You're a Tottenham fan in disguise. You're too negative." So I was like, "Rah!" I was like, "Do you know what, you lot are a bunch of pricks." Do you know what I mean? We were arguing over this whole Higuain thing. I remember. Who was I arguing with? I can't remember. Some online Arsenal waste man. Do you know what I mean? What's happening, real ones, brothers? I'm almost about to leave the building, man. I feel like I've just been ranting for way too many hours. But again, we're talking. Who was the near misses, basically? The guys that on hindsight we were delighted we didn't get. Could it have been Gonzalo Higuain? You said Julian Draxler. Do you know what we screamed? Like, we could have had Ibrahimovic. We could have had Ronaldo for 8.7 million. He was at Arsenal's training ground, as we famously know. Who's the guys that basically we could have got and we were really linked with, but their careers took a nosedive? Who's the players in hindsight? Are we glad we didn't get? But yeah, that's interesting. The Juve free transfer thing. Well, what it was, they gave people like Ramsey huge monies, 300 grand a week. They gave Rabiot 300 grand a week. And when you give these guys 300 grand a week, when they're trying to join Man United, like Rabiot did in the summer, their agent, their mum, whatever, calmly asks for 300 grand a week because that's normal for them. Their pitch starts at 300 grand a week because they earn 300 grand a week currently. And it ain't like they're 34. They're like 27s and all that. So the way they see it is like the bidding starts at 300 grand a week. This is a problem. Arsenal got themselves into trouble years ago when they were whipping out Bentner, Lord of Bentner, 65 grand a week. Giroud, not Giroud, Johan Giroud, the defender. We gave him 55 grand a week. Turned into a flop. Sendros, we gave him a couple of contracts too many. Like, what the hell for? Like, when did Wenger think this guy was actually going to be a good centre half? Both of them are from Switzerland. Both of them are rubbish. Like, I didn't get Sendros or Johan Giroud. And we gave these guys all 65 grand a week, and it started getting impossible to move them. When we signed Marian Shamak, we gave him about 80, 90 grand a week. That was so many years ago to give Marian Shamak, a very normal striker, 80, 90 grand a week. No wonder we just had to run his contract down, and he left on a flipping free. Will Tord, he's not in that category, but I was about to go there with him. Who are the players you're glad we came? Yeah. Martinez wouldn't score the same amount of goals in the Premier League. I think he's a really good player. That sort of, what was that gaze that I went West Ham, Man City, and Man United. Carlos Tevez started off for West Ham, not in his career. I mean, yeah, come to England at West Ham with Mascherano. He's a similar player, not as good because I like Carlos Tevez, the little fat fucker. I thought he was a brilliant player, but he's a similar player. He lurks. He is a typical number 10. He sort of just lurks around the box and he makes things happen. But the thing is, I'm thinking about, I don't know, 200 million games. He scored like 60 goals in his career at Inter Milan. And for me, that's Italian football. That could mean 30 goals in the Premier League, bro. In about 190 games. And do you know what? As a striker, that is way not good enough. Strikers like Henry used to score 30 goals in a season, not 30 goals over 6, 7 seasons or 5 seasons. Like, that's ridiculous for a striker. No. Brilliant. Joaquin, Jesus, you're on fire. Man, we were so linked with this little right winger. Oh, do you know this geezer is either still playing, yeah? He's about 52, yeah? He's either still playing or he hung up his boots about a month ago or a year ago, most. I swear he popped up in Italy, but then again, Scarface was still knocking around till a couple of months ago in Italy. Who is he playing for? like spectacular in Serie B or something. Scarface, Ribery. Ribery were linked with for years, but that would have been brilliant. But yeah, Joaquin, little right winger, Real Betis, I think. Yeah, bro, he reminds me of that right winger that Man City bought for way too much money, probably on the Pellegrino. What was his name, bruvs? What was his name? He was definitely just not cooked food anyway. He was not Premier League material. God, it weren't Joaquin, was it? No, it weren't Joaquin. A guy like Joaquin. Patrick Kluivert. I don't know. What do you mean? It depends. There was a couple of times as a young gooner, I badly wanted Patrick Kluivert at Arsenal. We had Alan Smith and shit like that, bro. I was like, oh, he wasn't shit. Let me just... Craig would be literally going nuts. But yeah, Alan Smith wasn't rubbish, but literally Patrick Kluivert was a new age striker. I think he was coming through at 19 at Ajax when I first see him. I do believe scoring a Champions League goal at Ajax at 19. A Champions League fucking final goal at that UE at 19. So I always had my eye on Patrick Kluivert. I'd never watched many Champions League finals, and I think that was the first ever Champions League final I watched, and Patrick Kluivert just pops up as a winner later on for Ajax against one of the world's greatest teams. I can't remember, but there you go. I don't know, in which sense did you mean Patrick Kluivert? Because there was a lot of times when I'm at Arsenal, when he started getting old and being linked with Arsenal, like, no. Like, do you know what I mean? When like, I don't know, like, yeah, we started getting linked with George Ware when he was like 50 and everything. Like, no, I don't like that. Do I not like that? I remember one of our best players for Miles. Oh, definitely, with Saliba. Mark Overmars wasn't too bad, let me tell you something. Mark Overmars was one hell of a footballer. Shout out to Kyle. He's on the WhatsApp. What's he saying? WhatsApp's being disobedient with me. Kyle. Yeah, bro, I've definitely got to come down, but I'm live. I'll shout you shortly. Juve tried to get rich quick scheme. Yes, Lundberg, most definitely. Because it worked with a few players, though, bros. I think they did have... A couple of years ago, bros, I think they've carved out a piece of success with this. Who else has carved out a bit of success with this? A couple of teams have used this free transfer thing, and if they didn't get millions back for the players, I mean, the players probably went on to have 3-4 really sensible years at the club, like, do you know what I mean? Asprilla for Newcastle, mate, he was a glorious little footballer, do you know what I mean? I think he might have done 1 or 2 questionable things in his career, like visiting Pablo Escobar in jail and playing a private football match with Rene Higuita and Valderrama and shit like that. But as a roadman, real G. As a professional footballer, real G. Could he have took his career 10% more seriously, in my opinion, and been 10% better? Yes. When he came to the Premier League at Newcastle, he was absolutely on fire for a little while. And then it seemed to kind of slow down for me. But Faustino Asprilla, I believe he joined Newcastle in a January window, and they're probably going for the league of Man United. And man, he ran it close. Mr. Faustino Asprilla, probably around with David Ginolas, Les Ferdinands. I remember one game, was it against Man United? Literally, like, scored a goal from the halfway line, but the keeper had come running out. I don't know. He was very skillful, had an eye for goal, very talented footballer, and could celebrate a goal as well. Steve Nicol hates Arsenal on ESPN because we won the league title at Anfield '89. Yes, he's a bit of a salty guy. I have seen him 1 or 2 times with probably Shaka Hislop or something on ESPN. ESPN isn't a channel I catch a lot. I don't catch BT Sports a lot unless Arsenal seem to play there. I don't know why. I just don't like... Bros, because at 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes when I'm searching football, yeah, when you will get a fast start like Sky Sports, or you'll find on your box like Argentinian league footballer, you think, I'll have a cheeky £2 bet on this game. Yeah, I think Alvarez is going to score first. It's just some madness. Bro, they've got fishing on, or boat racing, or man, I think a couple of man on the street like it. I don't want to offend no one like last night. But WWF, like, bro, fuck my life, innit? The guys ain't even touching each other. Bros, you clump a gaze, you're the size of Mr. T, and you clump a gazer 4 times in his fucking nose, there's going to be claret for fucking months, innit? Oh, I ain't got time for watching fake shit, seriously. Like, I've never seen such a nasty sport in all my life. Like, darts is just as much as a sport as WWE or WF breath. Like, oh, fuck. So, yeah, every time I flick over to BT, sorry, just rounding it off, That's why I don't, because there's over WF, fucking fishing, or fucking croquet, where they roll balls along the floor. Do you know, what's this rolling balls along the floor? And then running after it. What the fuck is that? So you get this little fucking ball, yeah? I don't even want to say what colour it is. It is, fuck it, it's the way it is. I'm sure it's a little black ball, do you know what I mean? And you kneel down like some cocksucker, and then you roll it along said floor. But here's the best bit for me. When I crack this on my TV, and then the geezer starts jogging after the ball. What the fuck? Why you, bros? Allow the ball. Why you, what, bro? Why are you jogging? Bro, why the fuck are you jogging after the ball? Is it because you actually want to see where it lands? I'm sure the fucking screen's going to tell you in about 12 seconds. Don't worry about it, you mug. Or does running after the ball actually do something to the way the ball curls? Like, I've curled it this way, so if I run fucking right next to this ball's going to fucking start spinning, you cunt. I'm telling you, you better start fucking spinning. Oh, fucking, yeah. I don't know. That's like WWE as well. A sport I just don't fucking get. What's another sport, guys, we don't get? What sports do you just not get out here? Like, I just don't get certain sports. Like, they're for absolute cocksuckers. Like, I'm telling you, send me in the ring with any human being and I'm going to lamp him 5 times in his face, then get a chair and smash it over his back. Bro, there's going to be claret, there's going to be police, there's going to be armies, there's going to be arrests, there's going to be handcuffs, there's going to be more blood up the wall. But these geezers, yeah, 20 stone, built like fucking Mr. T and Tyson Fury put together, and they're lamping each other all around this ring. And they're marked. They just you get hand marks on their skin. That's all you see. It's like handprints. Where they're white, especially if it's a white geezer. Do you know what I mean? You just see bare handprints all over him. Of course, when you fucking getting slapped on your back, that must sting like a motherfucker. But you know what? You give me £1 million a month for something. Do you know what I mean? I'll let you slap me on the back as well. Until I get £1 million, you don't slap me on the motherfucking back. But on these bombshells, guys, it really is time to go. I've literally been ranting for like 4.5 hours on YouTube. Listen, bigging up myself on that one. Shouts out to all the real ones. Clivert was a hot prospect, but his career wasn't as big. It was supposed. Oh, most definitely, bros. But I think that was career choices. He probably was overhyped. Went to a couple of clubs that he shouldn't have. I know he reached touchdown at Barcelona, bros. Come on, Alexis Sanchez didn't make it at Barcelona, G. That can happen. Do you know what I mean? At the right time, though, I reckon if Patrick Clivert had got himself to Arsenal, he could have been a decent striker. Benzema, we definitely should have signed at some point as well. Like, seriously. Femi Martins, a never Newcastle legend. You're just loading up them shots tonight, ain't ya? We were linked with him for years as well. I'm glad. Oh, he's still on we swerved the brother. Yeah, we were linked with him for years. I'm glad we swerved him, bros. His legs here were like Mr. T's, and he had a goal in him every here and there. He wasn't that guy for me. Shouts out to Mr. Carl. Mr. Carl, next week, man, Friday. I know today's Friday, but England, USA kind of messed it up. I hope there ain't a mad game next Friday in the World Cup, bros, because it will be tricky again this World Cup season. But we will get this bars every Friday, 10 till 12, 10 till midnight. It will be bars on Danny AFC TV. Trust me, guys. Bars for days. Danny AFC TV and Kyle will be in the building. Yeah, bars for days every Friday, 10 till 12. Innit? Keep a lookout for this show. It is coming soon. I can't tell you who's going to be playing next Friday in the World Cup, but yeah, the bars will be returning. Bars for days, innit? Me and Kyle will be hosting the show. We're going to go old school at radio. Like, we're going to get 079. Yeah, yes, caller. What are you saying? Do you know what I mean? And then if the people want, they can get a StreamYard link and they can join us and spit bars. Nuri Sahin. Wow, it was this close, innit? I remember that. And then, did he briefly go Liverpool, bruvs? Where is Sahin? I'm sure he touched down in the Premier League, brother. He definitely touched down in the Premier League. But he was mainly in Germany, innit? And he probably pissed off straight back to Germany pretty much after his stint at Liverpool. Gary Cahill. Don't want to be controversial, but it depended on what you... Again, bros, there was a couple of seasons when Arsenal, before obviously Palace and before Chelsea, when he was at Bolton, yep, I had my eye on this guy, and I didn't think he'd be the world's worst signing for Arsenal. We've always had a need for a centre-back at Arsenal, innit? Gary Cahill, I possibly would have took, but way before Chelsea and all that, this was when he was playing for Bolton, bros. Remember, my football knowledge is absolutely impeccable. #0 nothing, Manny. Not like mine, isn't it, bro? Sorry, Manny. You know I love you. Not like mine, bros. So, yeah, Bolton, I would have took it, bros. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure before someone slammed, well, you didn't play for Bolton though. I'm pretty sure it was Bolton. Did Cahill play for Bolton? Fuck, where did Cahill play? Before he blew up, before like Chelsea, at the later stage of his career at Palace. I'm sure it's fucking Bolton. Gary Cahill. Fuck it, Bolton works for me unless there's a smart ass on the stream. Pretty sure it was Bolton. Bolton? It might not have been, you know. Was he with Sam Allardyce at Bolton? Fuck! Gonna have to Google it, innit? Fucking Gary. Fuck, I've sworn at Siri. He ain't gonna have that, is he?
I won't respond to that.
Yeah, piss off. Gary Cahill, career. Yes! Fucking fuck about with Danny. Fucking about with Danny AFC TV out and this fucking blood clot, innit? Fucking told you every time. Bolton Wanderers. I really am amazing, innit? That's seriously, my football knowledge is quite disturbing, actually. How do I know this much? Anyway, so Bolton, yeah. Let's get back. UE. Lumberka. I'm amazing, innit? But yeah. And he did go to Liverpool. Man, my knowledge is absolutely sick, innit? Craig, have you been watching this? This literally a trip down memory lane of how beautiful my knowledge is, Craig. You're impressed with my fucking knowledge, aren't you, Craig? Be honest, be honest. Hey, Danny. Got to go. It's my missus' birthday tomorrow. Craig, before you go, and happy birthday to your missus. And it's almost midnight, I do believe. So you will be, I hope you're getting something ready for a birthday surprise at midnight for her. But before you go, she over the last 10, 15 minutes, you've been dead impressed with my knowledge, haven't you? No Googles, no touching phones. You just loved it. Whether it's Sahin Mari, Gary Cahill. Do you know what I mean? Mate, there's just nothing I don't know. Craig, do me a favour, bro. I want just you to admit that. Just you, bro. Just you, nobody else. And then I'm going to close the stream. Seriously, it is time for me to go as well. Not that I'm just joining Craig, but give me a couple more, though. I'm absolutely loving this. Craig, tell me how good my knowledge is, bro. I'm going to get offended like everyone on last night's stream, Craig, if you do not tell me how impressed you are by my overall fucking knowledge. Tell me it's second to none, bro. I was like, tell me it's literally, it's impeccable. It's a genius thing. I'm unreal. I'm unbelievable. And you love me. Shouts out, Craig. I'm waiting for that comment, bro. I'm waiting, bro. Oh, Craig. Shouts out to Celestine Babayaro, Chelsea Football Club, left back. Was he linked with Arsenal? You just tested me now. Celestine Babayaro. Bro, do you remember the other left back that Chelsea got ahead of us? He was running in the paper recently about how he wished he signed for Arsenal instead, and Arsenal did put him down a really good offer, but his agent convinced him to sign for Chelsea, and he reckons that's what ruined his career. What was that left back's name? Celestine Babayaro. Mexes. Philip Mexes. It was Philip Mexes, wasn't it? Philippe Mexes. Philip Mexes. Don't fuck about, bros. Come on, keep going, bros. It was Philip Mexes. Do I have to check that on the phone, or can you confirm that? I'm sure it's Philippe Mexes. Couldn't tell you great deals about him, bros. That comes like the Fulham striker. Who was that, number 10? Ruiz. Costa Rican geezer, signed for Fulham. Brian Ruiz. Do you remember him? I'm not trying to compare him to Aquilani. Midfielder. He was definitely linked to Arsenal at one point. Who the hell did he play for? Aquilani. God, why do I feel to accuse Liverpool? But I'm not going to. Aquilani. You bastard. Aquilani. I know I've absolutely said his name right. And you know I butcher people's names. So when I recognize something, bros, I recognize it. Aquilani. And you know I butcher people's names. So I'm totally aware of this, brother. Philip Mexes, though. You didn't confirm it was Philip Mexes, though, innit? Tell me I'm a G, bros. Come on. Can't fuck about it with Danny. Craig, can't fuck about it with Danny. Liverpool, you're right. I literally can't be touched, can I? I literally can't be touched. I'm a fucking genius. No, mate, I'm the best. Aquilani, Liverpool. You're right. I knew it. I had a feeling. Yep, Philip Mexes. Yeah, bros. I'm ridiculously good, bros. I'm absolutely ridiculously good. Was it Baba, someone? Baba. Do you remember Baba, a left back that should have was meant to sign for Arsenal? But last minute he switched up Baba something. Baba, don't say Tundi or something to me. Baba Rahman. Baba Rahman. He was this close to signing for Arsenal, and he reckoned signing for Chelsea ruined his career. Baba Rahman. Your Liverpool generally shy at the start of the two. Yeah, I know, bros. They signed some questionable players. They had a few decent ones. I don't want to start saying exact eras. Like we all know they went through the Playboy era. They had Phil Babs and I don't know. They went through just that madness, McManamans. What was it, Spice Boys and that? I don't know. They were always there or thereabouts. John Joe started his career at Liverpool. I thought at Liverpool, John Joe Shelby was going to be a really good footballer. I didn't know if he was going to make it at Liverpool, but I could see the signs of a really good passer, and I thought a really good midfielder. Harry Kewell, Leeds United, went on to Liverpool and then finished up in like Australia. We were linked with him. Yeah, I'm glad we swerved him, most definitely. Was he a party boy? Was he in that little Leeds era, Lee Bowyer and all that? James Milner, perhaps, even though he turned out to be a solid professional. But John Joe at Liverpool, I thought he was going to blow up a little bit better than he did. I think he might have found his level at Newcastle, and good luck to him. He's a good footballer, man. He's all right. And then man like Spearing, yeah, man. Flanagan, yeah, bros, as the prospect. Yeah, I do remember that. But in saying that, bros, look at some of the shit they did have coming through. Owen, Fowler. Like, I'm not saying that them times, the direct eras you're talking, but I'm saying look at, like, come on, bro, you can't buy Owens, you can't buy Robbie Fowler certain times, bro. Do you know what I mean? McManaman is decent as well, even though they'll be pissed they lost him on a free to Real Madrid. But guys, it's an hour and 22. I've got to go, man. Literally, I can feel it. My back of the throat is burning me. Like, I was always jealous. They had a Xabi Alonso though. Brubs, apparently again, Xabi's come out and said it. He was this close to Arsenal, brubs, and Fabregas apparently got him right into his feelings or something. Like, it was like he almost done the deal. He was like Arsenal, he wants to come. This is the deal. Blah 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 blah. And from what I've heard and been told, apparently Xabi was like, "Well, yeah, my name is Mr. Alonso. Let's do this right now." And but that was a deal that didn't get done. Allegedly, again, it was like a spit away from being done. Angel Di Maria, problem. Man United. Like at Barcelona, I know some players just flop at Man United. Memphis Depay, Danny Blind. Even though Danny Blind ain't great, he only went back to like Ajax. But yeah, certain players ain't ready for Man United, innit? And you wonder, has Anthony just been injured for the last month or so as well? What happened to him? He must have got himself injured because obviously, he started off all right against us, didn't he? Little fucker. Fernando, Liverpool. What happened? Only £50 million. Whatever happened when he went Chelsea? I think he's in his first 25 games, he got like 1, 2, maximum 3 goals in his first 25 games or something. He wasn't the same player. Chelsea ruined him, bros. Every time you look how fast he was at Liverpool, his technique, the way he found the finish, like, he was unbelievable. How do you genuinely go shit overnight? But then again, Chelsea's goalkeeper's suffering he's suffering something, a form of fucking crisis, a form of confidence, a form of just cool mama or something. Yo, Mendy, cool mama, innit? Because you're banging trouble, bros. You've looked shaky at Chelsea. I think the 80 million boy could win his place back off you come January and come back when World Cup starts. And mate, you fucked up hard for Senegal the other day. Do you know what I mean? But guys, I got to get out of the stream, man. Seriously, Chris Smalling, that close to Arsene Wenger like this guy, about 10 million at Fulham. I remember this one as well, like it was yesterday. So he's at Fulham. And then it seemed to be more spite, man. I'm going to call this one spite from Ferguson. I don't believe Ferguson knew a fucking Danny LaRue. He knew nothing about Chris Smalling. And I just think Wenger was at times, he was that far ahead in his football knowledge, pretty much like me. He was so far ahead of himself, like he just knew things. Like he'd go to reserve games. He just knew about people before anyone else did, especially the French market, Vieira, etc. Henry. Pires. But yeah, like smashing it, like in the way he was on with certain players, like Abu Diaby. Like I don't know, he looked like he was going to be a next good one as well, wasn't it? But I would have taken Di Maria though. When? Do you mean recently when he went to Man United? I think if Man United had persevered with him, there was always going to be a footballer. Look I think he scored one exceptional goal. Was at Newcastle. He made someone look like a total dickhead. He lobbed him like exceptional finish from the left hand side on his left foot. Total typical Angel Di Maria goal. Who was I talking about though? Fuck me, you've lost me. Torres was it? Who the fuck was I just having a passionate rant about? The guy was electric. Chris Smalling, that was it. I was talking about Chris Smalling. So certain times now, guys, it was like Jose Mourinho, I felt done this at Chelsea as well. When Arsenal's linked with the next best thing coming through at France, whether it was Didier Drogba or whoever, it seemed to be like it was spiteful now. If Wenger wanted a guy, this is why we tried to do our deals so hush-hush and exclusively quiet. Because if it got out Chelsea wanted him, they gazumped us. Man City started doing it to us. But particular, I think Man United done it to us a few times as well. I think Ferguson, when he was getting older, must have been losing the plot just ever so slightly, of all respect to him. And it was like, well, I tell you what, if Arsene Wenger wants him, fuck it, he must be decent. And just done the thing, innit? The guy that played for Blackburn, he's still at Man United. What's his name? Phil Jones. Is he still at Man United? Like, he looked really good coming through. He looked like John Terry the second coming through at Blackburn. He was putting his body in front of balls, blocking things. And then I don't know what happened to him at Man United. I don't know. Was it Ferguson? Or did they have too many good players? Jaap Stams and Rio Ferdinand? Was it hard to make a breakthrough? Is he still at the club? What's he still doing there? Or have I just missed about 10 years of life? Where is that geezer they signed from? Where is the Blackburn defender that Man United signed and then ruined his career? Before he went to United, or just after, I would have taken Di Maria. There you go. What about Tim Sherwood? Tim Sherwood is an average midfielder for me. Never ever liked him. Bit Spursy. Just didn't like Tim Sherwood. Never did. As a player, as a manager, yeah, never liked him. Never liked Tim Sherwood. Can't literally remember nothing about his career. No, I remember him always just knocking around and being there. Come like Paul Walsh or something. I always remember his name being there. Just wasn't an exceptional. Vinny Samways. I don't know. Just weren't a great footballer. Jason Dizelle. Just weren't a great footballer. Justin fucking Edinburgh. Just weren't a great footballer. Rondon comment. Random comment. But I thought you meant Rondon from Newcastle. Random comment. But does anyone remember peak? That's the Aston Villa striker. Are you talking about? Please just say yes or no. Are you talking about the Aston Villa striker? Gabby. Abonglaher. Is that it? Abonglaher. Yeah, of course it is. What about him? Tony Cottee. He turned down Arsenal for Everton. What a waste, man. Henningberg. You've got a thing for Blackburn players. Go on, two guys next to it. You like Blackburn, innit? I think you proper like Blackburn, innit? You like Blackburn Rovers, didn't you, bro? Next, you're going to talk about David May, Wilcox. Yeah, man. I think we've probably done this one before. You like Blackburn, innit, bro? Yeah, him. Yeah, bros. I know every footballer, bros. I know every footballer. Seriously, bros. I'm just totally sick. I'm totally sick, bros. Oh, score every week. He was a weird striker, bros. He was very pacey, innit? He was pacey. He looked really good at the start of his Villa career. Did he stay at Villa for too many years? I don't know. Maybe he just wasn't good enough, bros. My guesses are he wasn't good enough. But Darius Vassell, another Aston Villa striker. Darius Vassell. I love it when we start this shit, you know that. Henningberg, yeah, him. So he used to score every week. Not really every week, bro. It's probably once a month, I think, more. Chris Sutton, you know. You love Blackburn, innit, bro? You properly love Blackburn. Nah, Gabby Abong-Lahore was not an every week striker. Maybe when he played Arsenal, maybe he just scored against us. Maybe that's why you remember him. I can't really remember. But I'm sure he was once a month, even once every 5 weeks. Nah, he wasn't that consistent as far as I remember, brother. Lasso. Blackburn left back went on to Chelsea. Le Sox. I I don't know. Was born in the same place. I think Matthew Letizier was, wasn't it? Guernsey or something. I don't know how he got his name. Was he French or so? Was he a little bit French? Lossox. Lasso. Lasso. Graham Lasso. If I'm going to tell the truth, there was probably a time in my young age I probably wanted him at Arsenal as well. There was a season or two I wanted Graham Lasso at Arsenal, I think. About 09. He was a beast, I swear. Maybe. I'm sure he's had one or two good seasons for Aston Villa, bros, but I'm sure if we Googled it right now and we looked across his career, I bet it's like half decent, dead, good, half decent, normal, dead, decent. Like and care if you go to some championship clubs and bounces around between the leagues. But guys, I've definitely got to go, man. Shouts out to all of you. I've bust the hour and a half mark as well. It's like I'm busting barebacks. I'm spraying barebacks out here for fun, guys. So please hit the likes on the video and do be subscribing if you're new, guys. These videos have got to get more attention. You see, do you know what? We've got to wait when one night a stream is bouncing and then start these games and then show motherfuckers our real knowledge out here and how different we go on out here. Banter vibes, bros. Allow me, innit? He got a big move to Liverpool. But he was all right at Villa, bros. If you're asking me, would I have took Christian Benteke when he was at Aston Villa? I can't lie to you. I would have signed him for Arsenal at Aston Villa. And Liverpool made that mistake. So I'm so glad we solved that, yeah. Absolutely shouts out to you. You've been on fire, bros. Both of you have. Lund Bergkamp and you. Winston fucking Bogard. We've snapped back to Chelsea, haven't we? Who did they get him from? Barcelona or something? Yeah. He had like 2 years of just not playing football, I think, for like Barcelona. And then suddenly someone offered him a lifeline, like Chelsea or something. Compton. Barcelona effect again, I do believe, guys. Prime code for Newcastle. Fire Cisse. You don't know, innit? We've got to close, guys. What do you think of St. Maximin? Let's just quickly close on St. Maximin for some dodgy reason. Which Cisse? Jibril Cisse. Which Cisse? There was about 15 of them. Jibril with a hair at Liverpool. Jibril. Is his name Jibril? Oh my God. Haj Diouf, Liverpool striker. Wow. He grew up at a tournament, innit? He was an everyone that got a couple of goals at a tournament, and I think Liverpool paid about £10 million for him. El Hadji Diouf. That's when you know I really recognise a player, when I can say the name just perfectly. Yeah, El Hadji Diouf. Now I'm going to fuck it up. Diouf. El Hadji Diouf. Allow me. Yeah, that wasn't one of Liverpool's better deals. Looked unlucky sometimes. I remember watching for Liverpool and thinking, I think there's a good striker in him, but it's just not working here. I never wanted him at Arsenal, just to confirm. But interesting. You, man, are on absolute fire tonight, man. Where are you getting all these guys from? The guy who scored. Oh, seriously, was it? I can't remember. I just remember the footballer. I remember him blowing up for a Papua New Guinea no, it wasn't him. I don't know, a Senegal or someone. I can't remember. 8-8. He signed for Liverpool. But guys, honestly, I absolutely adore and love you all, man. Please get a double big like on this video for me, because it has been real. It's been emotional. I've got to go. I've got to not freshen my breath literally, but just freshen my throat, man. I feel like I need like a cold lemonade or something. I've been chatting for hours. Please hit likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Tomorrow I'll be covering either a 4 o'clock World Cup game and a 7 o'clock. Can't be bothered going into the fixtures again. So Lund Bergkamp, real ones, UE. Do be catching me tomorrow. I'll cover one game. I'll drop a World Cup daily. If this one doesn't get too much attention, I won't do no more. Fuck them. And of course, 10 p.m. live. That goes nowhere, innit? Shouts out to all the real ones. Good night, people. I'll see you tomorrow. Lund Bergkamp, you've been on fire, bros. Bros, El Hadj Diouf. Why am I going to call him Dwarf now? El Hadj Diouf. Shouts out to you. Oh, Matthias Kesman. He's one of my favourites, bros. I can't lie. £6.2 million. I was screaming at Arsenal. Sign him now. But what I should have known, maybe I wasn't intelligent in my younger days, yeah. When he finally got to Chelsea and started flopping, yeah, I'm good in it. When he finally got to Chelsea and started flopping, I Googled for PSV or whatever team in Holland he come from, I know he wasn't Dutch, but whatever team he come from, he had played 9 or 10 Champions League games for them and scored 0 goals. 10 Champions League games for PSV or whoever he played for and scored that many goals. If I'd have known that stat, maybe I wouldn't have wanted Matthias Kesman to Arsenal. But anyway, Chelsea learned from that mistake. It cost them £6.2 million. I'm going to close with one other Chelsea favourite. £15 million, I do believe. He liked a bit of the weekender. Adrian Mutu. Decent footballer, man. I think that Bosnich, man, it was a bit of the high life. I think when you signed for certain London teams on the King's Road, I think you started getting bang on it. Mark Bosnich got bang on it. Adrian Mutu got bang on it. Both of them, I think, got banned for getting bang on it. But guys, I've really got to go. His beard game was strong. It certainly was. Jari Litmanen. The Finnish, I do believe, the Finnish wonder. Was he from Finland? Luxembourg, somewhere just as obscure. Wow. He finally touched down in the Premier League with Liverpool again, I do believe. He finally touched down in the Premier League. He might have been a season or two too old, but Jari Litmanen, Barcelona, innit? I'm actually disrespecting him. Jari Litmanen murked it at Barcelona for seasons, I'm pretty sure. Jari Litmanen, that's a good few years ago. Congratulations. You almost had me for about 4 seconds. Jari Litmanen. Yeah, man. I do remember him. I'm sure he touched down at the end of Liverpool. Brilliant little striker. Scored all kinds of goals. Wow. Barcelona. You've got things with certain teams tonight, I'm telling you. Barcelona right back. Michael Reisager. Anyway, hold on. Saint Maximin and Adama Traore with less muscle and more skill. Wow. I love the way you summed that up because I've got a problem with Saint Maximin as well. A lot of people reckon he should be joining Arsenal ahead of Mudryk. I was like, shut up, shut up, shut up. Reisager, right back, Dutch. Oh my God, Javier Saviola. Was he next Barcelona year? I remember that one. He was a striker. Van Bommel, midfielder. Thought Arsenal should have signed him for seasons. Dutch. I thought Arsenal should have signed him for absolutely seasons and seasons and seasons. Bro, you could do this to me all night. I'm fucking shit hot, innit? You could do it to me all night. Javier Saviola. Spanish, I do believe. Kid striker, looked hot in the first few years of his life. Can't remember what happened after that. I think he had a reasonably decent career. I really liked him. Saviola, I remember that name. Possibly Barcelona again. Spanish, really good player. When I say possibly Barcelona, I'm sure he didn't stay there long. I think he pissed off and then went and done bits somewhere else in Spain. I'm fucking unbelievable. Eh? Van Bommel. Dutch central midfield hard man. Yeah, I liked him. Yo, Carl, what are you saying? Bojan. Van der Vaart, Tottenham, Dutch. Bojan. Yes, obviously I remember Bojan. Can't even midfielder again. Can't remember much about him though. Bojan. Tell me his first name. Yeah, I don't remember Bojan. I remember him clearly, but I mean, if I could guess at a team for Bojan, oh God. Was he in Italy, bros? Oh, Bojan. It's ringing a bell. Oh God, Bojan. Italy? Bojan, you fucking bastard. Van der Vaart, Dutch midfielder, kind of liked him, can't like him. Bojan, the Stoke midget. Shaqiri, that's Shaqiri, you motherfucker. Switzerland, what? That's Shaqiri. Shakira, Bojan. Ex-Barca, yeah, most definitely. Oh, Bojan. Can't remember him last then. I definitely remember the name Bojan, bros. He must have been irrelevant somewhere in his life, bros. Or I didn't like him. Because as you can see, the list, like Bojan shouldn't be phasing me. I definitely remember the name, but don't know. Then went Stoke. Bojan. Fuck. See, I can't lie. It's kind of missing me. I bet if I see one clip of him, I'll be like, oh my God, this dickhead. Him literally shaking my leg there. It was irritating me. No, I don't know. Bojan, yeah, it's kind of missed me. Definitely remember the name, kind of missed me. They thought he was going to be the next Messi. Why has this geezer missed me? Bojan. I so remember the name. Damn. I don't know. Guys, you know, I'm really literally hungry now. I love you, yeah. I know you're trying to hold me here, hour and 40. And you know, I don't like to feel defeated, so you best throw me one or two more real quick and I'm going to bounce as fast as I can. Bojan. Fuck up that. Was he a midfielder? I do remember him. No, you're saying next Messi. He must have been like a striker or a number 10. Bojan. Why am I thinking of someone that played for Bradford? He was Italian that come in. Oh, God. Why am I thinking of that Italian youth at Bradford? I'm just connecting my dots really slowly, isn't it? Oh, Vladimir Schmitzer, allow me Liverpool. I never liked him. Patrick Berger was decent, though. Phil Jones. I was talking about him a little while ago. Blackburn, I was already talking about him. And Man United ruined him. I just couldn't remember his name. Man United ruined him, bros. We've already had this discussion when I was telling you about Blackburn. Phil Jones, brilliant. I never knew. What did you never know, bros? They thought 26 goals as well. Who? For Stoke? For Stoke? For who? For fucking who? Who are you talking about? I know you're not. Well, you could be. Vladimir Smeeta did score some goals. Patrick Berger used to like a hat trick here and there. You lot are fuckers, man. I've got to go. Literally. I feel like it's Craig's wife's birthday, and I've got to say happy birthday. You know, I'm joking, Craig. Shouts out. It's 11:43. I've really got to go. When I tried this excuse, they turn off the internet at midnight around here. So, do you know what I mean? It's best I just quickly send out my stream real quick before midnight because the internet stops in the country in the midnight. Emil Heskey, Leicester City, Liverpool. Nah, didn't ever get it. About 13 mil to Liverpool. Nah, never got it. Very lightning quick, powerful for quite a big geezer. Well, powerful, I mean, but quite quick for a big geezer. Decent left foot shot on him. Looked better with the Irish geezer at Leicester than he did at Liverpool for me. Martin O'Neill. I think he was good under Martin O'Neill. I think he needed Martin O'Neill to have a better career. 100 games, 26 goals for Barca. I do know this game. Even Jess ended up at Stoke from Real Madrid. Jesse, yeah, bros, I kind of remember this. All right, Stoke must have signed a couple of people. They were trying to go for a couple of big names, and it's kind of just missed me. I think Bojan, I'm more recognising from Barcelona than obviously. And the Stoke bit has honestly just missed me for one reason or another. Did I take a season out of football? Who knows? Or was he just really shit at Stoke? I'm not getting it. It's the Stoke bit that's disturbing me. I should know. I thought of Shaqiri immediately. Graveyard. Yeah, you don't know. Shaqiri. Who was the Italian youth that went Brentford? Is it Benito Carboni? Bradford, I mean. Did Benito Carboni go to Bradford? Why am I still getting Benito Carboni involved? I know he wasn't the guy. You know about Benito Carboni? Sure, you're Bradford. I like him. He was a decent little striker. Benito Carboni. Mi grande mi cazzo, porco Dio, Forza Milan. Loic Remy. I'm so glad Arsenal missed him, bros. No. Little French striker. No, man. I never liked him. Not even one little piece, bros. Not even as a backup dancer. There was something I didn't like about him. I wonder where he pissed me off. Loic Remy. He must have scored against Arsenal for someone. I don't know, PSG or someone down the line. Loic Remy. He went Newcastle, no? Loic Remy. He went Newcastle. Fuck about. He went Newcastle. Loic Remy. He went Newcastle, bros. I'm pretty certain he went Newcastle. He went somewhere in the Premier League. French striker. Looked like he'll never won. 1920. Looked like he was going to be amazing. And then after that, I started not getting it. Probably like Bojan. You're on fucking fire, though. You trying every name to keep Danny on the stream. You know it, bros. He wants to get me. The Bojan was a bit unfair. I do believe I do know the geezer. He must have turned so irrelevant, guys, that he's missed me somewhere. So I'm going to let myself off on the Bojan. I clearly know him. I recognise the name. But I can't lie. I can't put a face to him. I can't put the Stoke City kit to him, which is strange. And I never lie, innit? I'm way too cool to lie. But I could not put no, I'm not going to use Google, guys. I'm way too fucking cool for that. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, real talk. I can't put a face to him. I can't put a face to him. And I definitely can't remember the Stoke bit for some reason. Definitely can't remember the Stoke bit, man. Fuck me. Man's going to pull out Nani and Balassi next. Balassi, wow. Crystal Palace went to Everton, lost it. Who was the first one? Nani, Portuguese, Man United. He was a good player, bros. I think he was just fucked over by Cristiano Ronaldo. How can you be Portuguese, go Man United, meant to be Cristiano Ronaldo, but Cristiano Ronaldo's still there? It was never going to work for him. He was hyped up as the next Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you know what Nani needed? Do you know honestly what Nani needed? He needed a move to Arsenal Football Club, and he would have been all right. What's your thoughts on that before I go? If Nani had joined Arsenal at the time he joined Man United, two different footballers. Man United were the hype Man United at the time, and there was a lot on the wing. I'm sure Beckham was around. Don't quote me definitely. But if it wasn't Beckham, then it was Kanchelskis or someone in it. So don't piss me around. Or Giggs here. Giggs was there for 100 years. So Giggs was certainly there. Do you know what I mean? Nani. He had Ronaldo there. That's all I'm going to say. Like, how can you be the next Ronaldo, but you're going to the same club as Ronaldo? He should have fought that move through. I think Nani would have been a better footballer at Arsenal. Dalmat. You're fucked up. This is almost Bojan style. I do remember Dalmat. Can't tell you much about him. Dalmat. Give me his first name. Why am I thinking like Didier Dalmat or something? Didier? Was it Didier? Tell me his first name, motherfucker. Tell me his first name. Didier Dalmat. Didier? Tell me his first name, fucking Einstein. Because he's going to turn into another Bojan. Before I get really pissed off with you, tell me his first name. Oh, Steven Dalmat. No, midfielder. Come to the Premier League for a minute. Was he Belgium or something? Dalmat. Am I thinking the wrong geezer? Midfielder. Creator of goals. Went to your middle of the road Bradford. Even lit it up for them 1 or 2 times. Steven Dalmat. You fucking bastard. Yeah, I think very good midfielder. Did he get an injury in his career? Another one that should have been a much better player than he was. I know it's an easy thing to, if you're saying I was going to just have a stab at the dark guess. Stefan Dalmat. Now, bollocks, I remember him. Stefan. It wasn't Stephen. Stefan Dalmat. I know you probably did spell it right. Stefan Dalmat. Yes, I do remember him. Don't piss me off. Stefan Dalmat. Oh, my gosh. Palace with Zaha, Howland, and Balassi. It was mad. Balassi should have stayed his arse at Palace, innit? Because God knows what. £26 million, he went to Everton. Certain hip hoppers are out there. Because Balassi's a bad man. Balassi just went to his head. Where's Balassi now? Where is Balassi right now, bro? Where's Balassi right now? I agree. Hold on. I agree. Nano could have been consistently playing for us. And he was a quality player still. Most definitely. See, that's what I mean. I think it was just a tough number for him. I think for any winger to go Man United when you've got all of these Giggses, Ronaldo's, possibly a Kanchelskis on the right, or I don't know. It was going to be fucking hard work for a minute because Ronaldo was probably right quite a lot, or Giggs might have been went on the right. He might have had to have accommodate Ronaldo. Ronaldo went left a lot. It was a tough call. I think Nani was a really good footballer, and I think there would have been a lot more to him in the Premier League if he had chosen a different club. Shout out to all the Rons. Please be getting the likes on the stream, guys. Whoever's missed this for the last 45 minutes, you've missed some madness with knowledge and everything. Nani is a bit of a Jovino. I actually think Nani was a lot better than Jovino, bro. Nani, I really think would have shone at Arsenal Football Club. I think it was, honestly, again, I can't put it into words more how much I think he was unlucky just going to Man United at that time in his life. But I honestly reckon so. That's kind of Wenger player. Wenger would have put an arm around him when he had a couple of bad consistent games. Wenger would have come out in the press and said, but I don't believe in Nani. I can't do the French one tonight. I'm way too tired now. My voice is giving it. I've been talking for too long. I've been trying to get off the stream, as you know. But Wenger probably could have got the bet. I fully believe that. I fully believe that. It's funny, you ain't really said much more about that. Who the fuck have you just said there? What? Oh, David Leonardson. I think you just spelled it wrong. Wimbledon. Don't fuck about, bros. Don't fuck about with me, bros. Don't fuck about with me. Don't get personal now, innit? And start pulling out Leonardson. Because look back, I'm hand on heart. Did you know about Leonardson? Wimbledon midfielder, I do believe, bros. Oyvind Leonardson. Don't fuck with me, Yui. Don't fuck with me, innit, bros? It's impossible out here, innit? Oyvind Leonardson. Hold on. Did he get himself a big move? Ivan Leonardson. No, he played for Wimbledon. I'm convinced. Where else did he go? He's asked me a trick question. I don't want to look at the comments. Ivan Leonardson. Was he a left-footed midfielder? I'm sure he's left-footed. I always remember left-footed players. True, I'm left-footed. Ivan Leonardson, left-footed. I'm pretty sure. Wimbledon, blue kit. I'm pretty sure. That's all I've got for you. Wow, that actually hurt my eyes. I actually can't see no more. I've been reading in comments for too many hours, guys. Shit, I'm going to go blind, you know. Please, God, allow it. Touch wood. Right, my eyes are failing me, guys. You're going to have to let me go sooner or later. I swear to God, I can't even see no more. I shouldn't have done that. The little blackout to myself there. Ivan Leonardson, Wimbledon, pretty sure he would have banged. Hold on. Balasia, Arsenal. Can you imagine? No, I don't imagine, Russ. Not even slightly. Because he didn't even look good for half a season at Everton for me. He literally, as a footballer, he totally lost it. His arsehole fell out, £26 million, massive move. I honestly believe his balls fell right to his mouth. I believe if you heard him talking now, he'd be like, well, I'd like to have my career all over again because I still feel like I haven't played many games and I haven't had many injuries and I still feel as fit as a 25-year-old boy. In fact, I feel like I've just hit puberty all over again. Nah, bros. Nah, but Carl Court, Wimbledon. You're definitely on the Wimbledon flex, isn't it? Striker. I'm sure he scored against Arsenal a couple of times. Pissed me right off, old Carl Court. He can fuck himself. J. Lloyd Samuel. Left back, Aston Villa. I'm pretty convinced. J. Lloyd Samuel. Bruvs, piss you in it. You can do this all night. Long Bergkamp, you're amazed, isn't it? That I don't need to move my hands once or look at a phone, isn't it? Like you're absolutely flabbergasted, isn't it? J. Lloyd Samuel, Aston Villa, left back. Ivan Leonardson, pretty much certain. Wimbledon, central midfielder, left-footed. Carl Court, also Wimbledon. Test me, motherfucker. Yo, last question, bro. How good do you think Rosicki would have been if he was injured free? Yeah, right. I'm going to make a massive confession. For the first 2 years of Thomas Rosicki's Arsenal's career, I didn't get it. He was lightweight. I didn't like him. He was Granit Xhaka for me, literally even just over a year ago. I didn't like it. 7 months ago, I didn't like Xhaka. Let's have it right. Can I just compare him with someone else? Nicholas Bendtner or someone, I don't know. I just didn't get it with Thomas. He was lightweight. He seemed to have this injury thing. Then he started balling. Then he got a nuts injury. And you know what? He come back from one nuts injury and started really balling for us before getting another nuts injury. But that was when I really started realizing, you know what? Forget all this he just needs to run in this team because this geezer's actually this guy is incredible. Probably should have had a few more, if you ask me, stats wise, assists and goals. But yeah, I think obviously the injuries was a massive key in it, brothers. I think it was huge. I think it effed him. Stephen Golvark. It's Bojan time. I remember it. I'm going to just stab in the dark Newcastle or something. I remember this bastard, but I couldn't tell you what, where, when, why. Golvark. Is that even real? Actually, I don't know. Stephen who? Stephen Gilvar. Bro, maybe I can't see no more. Honestly, I'm going blind. Could it be another Stefan? Stefan Gilvash. Yep, Newcastle. Bro, I'm a higher power, you know, bros. Seriously. I should clip this last 15 minutes somewhere and send it out there. Be like, they'll think it was planned between the three of us. Yeah, bros, they're two of your mates, and you knew everything they were going to ask. I would never get credit for anything, so there's no point in me even trying. Because they'll be like, nah, these guys have been watching you for a minute, and you planned it between all three of you. It weren't that hard, Danny. Don't try it. Someone tried to say the other day, what's his name? Kenny Ken. Oh, he knows everything about football. Oh, Dan, don't be silly. I think it was Cam. Funny, he's left my group now. And I think it was Craig also, actually, that said, oh, Dan, don't be silly, mate. Do you know what I mean? Kenny Ken or something is like an encyclopedia. Or Kenny Ken, if you happen to be watching Mr. Encyclopedia, I'm begging you. Let's do 80s, let's do 90s, let's do noughties. Bros, I would ruin you at football knowledge any day of the week. I've got nothing against you. I'm just saying, a couple of comments I got was totally inaccurate. I heard apparently you're like an encyclopedia of football. Brother, please, don't play me in it. Hold Mercury in it. Literally, one on one, let's do this right now. I'm not talking fighting, brother. Come again, don't hardly know you. I think you're from Holloway. Fantastic news. You know what I mean? We've probably been on the same road for years. Probably bopped each other, bopped past each other so many times. Who cares? All I'm saying is though, I'd love to murk you on this whole knowledge thing, innit? So I'm not calling you out as per se, but I'm calling you out, Kenny Ken. Let's do this, my brother. There's nothing that would delight me more to actually show these real ones like I am Mr. Knowledge. Let's just do it. Listen, brothers, let's not make it specialist Arsenal. We can talk J. Lloyd Samuel, Aston Villa, do you know what I mean? We can talk Stefan Gelvash, Newcastle. Bro, don't play with me. I am the best. This is what I do. This is me. Kenny Ken, if you fancy a piece of it, brother, I beg you, please, let's do this. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even the Monday after again, Tuesday, any day. You can tell me you're booked for next month, bros. Don't worry. I'll see you on the 31st day then. I'll see you on the 43rd day. Whatever day you like, my son. Because I tell you what, bros, no one has football knowledge better than mine. Peace. To be fair, bro, Rosicky could have been a B-Tech hazard. He definitely had the skill. Just needed to add the assists and the goals, and obviously the game time, man. One of the most unfortunate, probably alongside Abu Diaby, Mr. Diaby at Arsenal. I'm a man like 70% as good as Hazard, I reckon. I don't know, bro. What happened to Hazard in the later part of his career? Rosicky was getting better as his career was going on. Like, it was probably us that wanted to keep extending his deal after a never hectic injury. That isn't your best analysis tonight, bros. I wouldn't compare him to skillful wise, like the way they played. Like I've kind of said, I see bits of Arshavin in Mudrak, and that's just not because of where they're from and blonde hair, and they're not from the exact same place. Arshavin, who did he play for? Fuck me. Anyway, yeah, we got him from Zenit St. Petersburg. But yeah, I've said a couple of times, I just think just the way they play, ballsy. Arshavin didn't need no time to adapt to the Premier League, and I do think Yui actually said the other night, that's a really good point, Danny. Someone was telling me, Mudrak could need a year to acclimatise. I was like, Shavin didn't. He scored 4 at Liverpool pretty much straight away at Anfield, 4-4. Shavin didn't have no problem, bros. He loved a bit of the cold weather. Where was he from? Ukraine or something? Soviet Union, Russia, something like that. Do you know, I think he was Russian, wasn't he? Can't remember. Was he Russian, the boy? Do you know what I mean? Guys, I'm gone though, officially. You can ping another 10 names at me. I'm out, innit? I've got to go. On popular opinion, Nasri could have been one of our biggest cult heroes if he stayed. Most definitely. What a bitch of a pagan. Do you know what it was, guys? He got a 4-year deal. This is why I'm scared of 4-year deals. First year, dead. Second year, dead. Third year, for me, blew up. Blew up on the third year. At the end of the second year, listen, that's a bit harsh. First year, rubbish. Second year had his moments. Really, on the third year, though, he started murking it. Like, he had a lot of good moments in his second year, but in his third year, he murked it. Now you got a year on your contract. We was in trouble. Man City snatched him, I think, with a year on his contract for 25 mil. In hindsight, it weren't bad money. I don't think Adi Bayor had loads of time in his contract. We snatched 25 mil for Adi Bayor as well. Brilliant points. Gal Cleachy, we got done up there. I don't know. There's a few of them we got done up for, innit? Kenny can't string 3 sentences together without stuttering. Well, there you go, bros. I've never heard him talk, to be honest with you. I've never seen his show. It was just a reply I see Cam and Craig replying to, basically, oh, Kenny, you're a legend of Arsenal knowledge. You're unbeatable. No one in the whole planet could beat you. So I've basically just jumped straight into that comment like, utter bullshit. Make this guy step up with me anytime. Tagged all of them in it. Obviously, Kenny Ken never. Clearly bottled it if he read it. I'm sure he read it. Bottled. See my face, see the hat, see the bandana, and I thought, I know you in it. You're Danny AFC TV. No, fuck that. Not a chance, mate. Clearly, Kenny Ken, you ain't having it with me. I know this, you know it. Anyways, back onto Cam and Craig. They started defending it like with proper passion, like, no. He's like an encyclopedia. He's this, he's that. I was like, we'll sort it out then. Tell the boy I want a little fucking knowledge tussle with him. Do you know what I mean? Any day of the week, any time, no problem. Your place, my place. Just stream it live on YouTube. Anything you like, street art. Do you know what I mean? Because you know what? Unless you've got a phone attached to you, to your dick, and you're pressing it with your dick or something, bro. No one's got better football knowledge than me, bro. Seriously, not even God, and I don't even want to be blasphemous out here. Do you know what I mean? But on these bombshells, I'm gone again. It's 2 hours. In fact, we're going for another 20 seconds because I'm bubbling the 2 hour mark. Shouts out to Lundberg Camp and UE. You two have been with me for 1 hour now, literally just lining me up with them players, man. I think it started off with a bomb and then you took it to Gouvache. Then you said Bojan, Tony Coddy and Graham Lasso. The socks. Tim Sherwood is not a G, but you are my RB. No, I gotta go. We've busted. Oh, wait, I got one more. No, allow me, bros. You're taking the right piss out of me. Hatem Trabelsi. Yeah, I remember him clearly. Can't remember who he played for. Hatem Trabelsi. Again, remember when I get the pronunciation beautifully, bros, that means he's well up in my head. Hatem Trabelsi. Hatem Trabelsi. Sonoyo, Yaya Sonogo. If you watch video clips of him on YouTube, he looked like he was really good, bros. Then he come to Arsenal, say no more. Hatem Trabelsi. No, in case you think I'm doing something. Hatem Trabelsi. Come out of the French league, I'm gonna guess. I can't remember where, bros. French league. And some poor bastard from England signed him. I can't remember who. Hatem Trabelsi. Hatem Trabelsi. Because it sounds like Chelsea, but it ain't Chelsea. Hatem Trabelsi. Signed for Chelsea. No. Hatem Trabelsi. Hatem Trabelsi. I'm tempted to go down the Liverpool road again, but that is not my final answer. That is not my final fucking answer. Hatem sounds Turkish. Hatem Turkish Trabelsi. I swear it's Nigerian or something. Fucking Turkish. He was Hatem Trabelsi. Ex Newcastle. Bro, did I tell you to come in with that comment, bros? I was getting to Newcastle, bros. I swear down, I was getting there, bros. Don't fucking underestimate me, Yui. You know me better than that, bros. I was playing around. I was swinging. I knew I heard of him. Was he a black guy? Hatem Trabelsi. Like, was he African? He doesn't sound it for some reason, but I think, was he African? Hatem Trabelsi. You don't just tell me he was straight Holland, he was straight Dutch. Hatem Trabelsi. I proper remember this guy. Was he like one of them tricky wingers? Did he have a dodgy hairstyle? Hold on. Did he have a weird hairstyle or something? Trabelsi. Did he have a weird hairstyle? Did he have something going on, like green in his head or something? Was he Nigerian? Bros, I remember this motherfucker. I just threw your names. You got them all. Frap. And do you really think Kenny Ken's got anything on me, bro? Seriously, do you think Kenny Ken has got anything on me, my dog? My dog, no. My dog, no. You have literally, bros, you have from all different eras a world of footballers at me. I may have got one wrong. I'm sure I pretty much didn't even get one wrong. But yeah, I'll go with one wrong if I had to. But thank you so much, bros. That was legendary. You got me on a couple. It was hard works. Galvash was real hard work, bruv. Really couldn't remember him for a minute, but I just remembered. I can't even remember who signed him. It just the bell. Oh yeah, I clearly have watched way too much football in my life. Big up my bro. Big up Carl as well, bruv. Bro, hold on. What's this? One player no one can remember that was in the Premier League was Sibi. Hold on, Sibirits. Ooh, that sounds like Newcastle already, bros. Sibiritsky. Can't say it properly. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. Sibiritsky. Who's Antoine? Yeah. Elano, I like that. See, you're perfect. Elano. Alano, guys, I gotta go seriously. It's been emotional, and I think it's unfair seriously. 2 hours and 40. If you try and tweak my breath anymore, like my throat's going. Like Manny, that was I'm not gonna say hard work. I love doing lives with Manny, but there's an element to it, in it. There's elements out here, perhaps, and like yeah, I need to have like a real cold refreshment, sit back, have a real big zoo, pull out the Hull 2000 one more time, the Hull 2000, and think about everything that happened today football wise. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. That was honestly, guys, anyone jumping into this stream pretty late, go and look at some of the footballers this guy threw at me, guys. I don't move my hands. I don't look at Google. We ain't got Alexa tied up or what's she going to do? Silently talk in my ear or something. But I can't believe I murked it. Galvash was quite impressive. Trabelsi, they were all hard work, bros. Everyone was kind of hard work in the end. Some of them were just real easy, like they'll just bang, 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 bang off my tongue. Most of them were pretty much off my tongue, but some of them I had to think about. David Speedy, do you remember David Speedy? David Speedy, Coventry, signed for Liverpool. Don't know how he done that. David Speedy, Darren Huckabee. I thought he was going to be a really good striker, just for a second or two, or for half a season or two. What am I ready for? No, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, bros? I'm not ready, bros. I'm trying to, no. I'll tell you what I'm trying to do, you. Seriously, with all love and respect, bros, I'm trying to spark that, bros, and I'm out, innit? What are you talking about, bros? 2 hours and 7 minutes, bros. I'm now literally exhausted. Do you know what, bros? I'm almost tired. And this is going to be a first, innit? I'm almost tired of hearing my own voice. I'm almost tired of it now. Or I think my voice, like, yeah. I might wake up tomorrow, my voice just don't, no, God forbid, don't even make them jokes. I'd go nuts if I woke up one day and I couldn't, no, let's not even talk stupidness, but yeah, it's almost time to give this white boy a break out here. Who is the secret listeners? 10 of us are live on the stream. Oh shit, I just jumped down to 8 and then went to 9. Who are the secret listeners? Because only Kyle, I can remember in the stream, and literally, but mainly, Yui and Lung Bergkamp has been in the stream now for the last hour and 10, 15 minutes with no other comments. These boys have been flying names at me, especially Yui. Who's listening silently? Have you enjoyed the trip down memory lane? Do you remember Rule Fox? Do you remember I'm all out, to be fair? Respect. Did you remember David Speedy, though? Just saying. I'm not tricking you, Coventry. Scottish striker. Coventry found his way to Liverpool. Incredibly. He was another one, I just didn't get it. I think he had a mad left foot in him, though. He could lob a keeper from quite far. Gary McAllister didn't really get until to the older stage of his career. Maybe Leeds, definitely Liverpool. Go on, my brother, always. Real one. I'm almost inviting you to ramp with me, but I said I was going to spark that and disappear. Guys, I'm literally out. It has been beautiful. It's been emotional. I doubt there's going to be any ads on this video. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, AdSense. Maybe I should just stop saying it and leave them alone, because they're not even, do you know, they used to put adverts like for the first hour or two on my video, then just suddenly take the adverts away. They're not even doing that for the minute now. They're proper in their feelings at me. Like, what have I done to you? YouTube and AdSense, literally. Like, to be paid on YouTube, you have to hit loads of amounts of views on adverts wise, skippable, non-skippable, overlay. But they won't put ads on my videos. So if you won't put an ad on my video, it's kind of hard to hit your targets. Or is it just because it's me? It's fascinating. Man, like Carlton Palmer used to be he follows me on Twitter, brother. Did you know Carlton Palmer follows me? His official account. Carlton Palmer follows me, bros. He's messaged me as well, bros. I could show you. He's messaged me. A DM as well. DM. There was none of this public talk. I messaged him once. He messaged me once. That was about it. I sort of thought about it. Not really. Yeah, it was interesting. That's all I'm going to say. But me and Carlton have spoke. Shouts out to Carlton Palmer. Absolute real one on that one. I just randomly followed him one day, and he literally within minutes followed me straight back. I thought that's quite impressive, because I looked at how many people he's following. He doesn't follow that many people compared to how many people that follows him. So Carlton Palmer, actually, Hernan Crespo. Striker. He blew up like such a legend in Italy, bros. Like allow even Gianluca Vialli and them, man. Like Hernan Crespo, Argentinian or something. He was definitely South American, wherever he was from. Hernan Crespo. It wasn't Argentina, was it? Hernan Crespo was one hell of a striker. And then he found his way to Chelsea. I don't know what happened after that. Hernan Crespo. You're a G. Raquelme. Man, I swear he only played till about a season or two ago. He was still marking it out in Italy till he was about 38, 39, as far as I remember. Really a never skillful player. I think he's had stints all over the world. France, possibly PSG. Raquelme, maybe even Barca. Raquelme's been everywhere. Raquelme. And he's played in World Cups. Raquelme's, definitely remember him. Trevor Sinclair. I always remember him because of the Fabio Di Canio. He spread that pass for Di Canio's left foot volley. Go to my school as well. Seriously, come on. Ooh, Raquelme. Man was another planet at times, most definitely. Adrian Mutu, I mentioned him. He liked to get on it. Mark Bosnich settings, Chelsea. Adrian Mutu, £15 million. He loved a bit of the fucking white thing. He liked the weekender. Old Adrian. I remember Crespo 2006 World Cup, man. Pepsi merch. Yeah, most definitely. Man was a big name. Man was definitely a big name. I see the whole Inter squad all out in a mall in Dubai. The time Zlatan played for them. Wow. Yeah, there was times, man, these guys actually had some strikers at their disposal in Italy, innit? There was times when Italy was absolutely murking it like no other league in the world. Yeah, literally. Van Basten settings, Gullit, the Dutch trio. Who else was it? Van Basten, Gullit, and I don't know, was it Rijkaard? I can't remember. All at AC and everything. That was literally just before me. I can't remember mad amount. I can't remember nothing like that. I don't remember Van Basten. I never see Van Basten play live. Gullit, I see play live only when he got to Chelsea. I can't lie. Probably watched him a couple of times at AC Milan, like Golaccio, some Channel 4 Italian football programs and shit like that. But yeah, when English clubs started doing a lot of business with Italian teams, and Italians thought, yep, this is the place to make a pound note. And ones like Gianluca Vialli, forget Vialli, ones like Gianfranco Zola come over here and pretty much, impressed. Very small little slight geezer, but was so skillful. He'd done many people and just made them look like absolute idiots. Helder Postiga, striker, Portuguese, should have done so much more in his career. Got a mad move to who? Totti? West Ham? Got a mad move to someone in the Premier League when he was probably a bit too young, about 20. Helder Postiga, I think he probably pissed off back to wherever he come from in Portugal and had just a sort of normal career. But I do remember Helder Postiga. Got a big move somewhere, and Ryan Babel, Liverpool. Can't lie, I wanted him in Arsenal for a little phase, bruvs. He was meant to be the next Thierry Henry the second. I heard from so many reports in France, even though I wasn't a YouTuber them days. But yeah, I still followed Arsenal like I do now. And Ryan Babel, yes, I would have took him to Arsenal at that time, and thank God we didn't. Thank God we didn't, because he didn't seem to hit the Premier League. He had his moments in the Premier League, but I don't know. Jibril Cisse seconds. I don't know, bros. Jibril. We're starting on Jibril Cisse again. Instagram. I never use Instagram. What's this saying? It's probably just something to do with a bird with tits or something. My Instagram, I don't know. I tried to make it Danny AFC TV. It never went like that. Twitter got attention, and I sort of never looked back on Twitter. Instagram didn't work for me. I wonder why. Should I try again? Should I just close down the account, take all the birds and the tits away, because it's just all dumbass shit, and just start again? Who's that? That sounds a bit mad on WhatsApp. I think I need to ignore that. Right, this is the last one though. Man City 3-2, Spurs 0. 2012 is the only big game I seen live. Went with as I used to live in Manny. Wow. Go on, Bergkamp. Still a big game to go to though. Nigel Rio-Coker. Started his career at Nottingham Forest, I do believe. Got a decent move, about £4.3 million to who? Totti, West Ham. I think it was West Ham. Went to West Ham. Nigel Rio-Coker. maybe under Harry Redknapp. Um, Looked like he was going to be a reasonable footballer. Again, one that could have done a bit more. He might have even had one England cap. It's kind of like that Ipswich striker. I can't remember his name. That legendary Ipswich striker. Yeah, the one that got one cap for England. Black dude. Oh, God, he was terrible. Don't know how he ever played for England, with all respect to him. What was his name? Ipswich striker. One cap for England. Anyway, Nigel Rio-Coker, Michael Bridges. No, I remember Michael Bridges. If you're trying to answer that question, it wasn't Michael Bridges. Alan Smith, nope. We know who he is. Went to Man United, Leeds United. He was from Leeds, went to Man U. He was also Leeds. Michael Bridges. Nigel Rio-Coker, Nottingham Forest and West Ham. Alan Smith, Leeds, Man United still. Yeah, I remember him. I've just said that. What was the actual question, though? I can't remember. I think I was about to just ask a question of a question. But yeah, it is most definitely time to go. The village is way too silent. It actually is freaking out. Do you remember when I was in my old crib, bro, you'd hear people walking past on a high road, gals screaming on a Thursday and Friday night? Bro, there is no Thursday, Friday, Saturday night around there. There's no night, you know. There's no night. There's no night in the village. There's bare night, but there's just no night in the village. It's too silent. I feel like London is calling. Dun dun dun. Yo, he finished the never 17 names. You know that. Steve Harkness, Liverpool, terrible footballer, disgusting fullback. Steve Harkness, nah, he was one of them like coming through like Flanagan, like Long Bergkamp was talking about earlier on. Nah, bruv. Which Benjamin are we talking about? Absolute beast. Which Benny? Cabby Jones, American. Kobe Jones, Cabby Jones. Yeah, American. I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm talking about the right guy, because I gave you a thumb. I gave you an ignorant finger. Kobe Jones. Yeah, he's an American striker. Who did he play for? Hope you ain't tricking me out there. He sounds like a basketball player. Kobe Jones, I remember him. Little striker, MLS or something. That's actually a striker. I remember that name. Whether you've just threw a random in there, go Google it. There was a striker out there called the same name then. I'm too untouchable, bros. The whole Portsmouth team in 06. Peter and Love, Coventry striker, real G. Used to have a wicked celebration as well. Peter in love you. Peter in love you. I like Peter and Love. Peter and Love's a gangster. Sully Montari, beast of a midfielder. Benjani, Portsmouth. Yes, I do remember now. Striker. Don't test me. Yes, Portsmouth striker. Sully Montari. Yeah, bros. They were all Harry Redknapp signings, I'm pretty convinced of. Because while these guys have signed for Portsmouth, they were all Harry Redknapp signings, I'm pretty sure. Like Carney went to Portsmouth. And Wanko. Seriously. Wow. Now you're all finessing at me. Finessing another 10, 12 and 15, yeah? I can't give you another opportunity. I love you all. Peace out. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Yui and Luna Bergkamp, they're both typing right now. I love you, G's. I'm out the building. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 p.m. live. World Cup Daily. And yes, I'll be doing the game of the day again, 4 p.m. or 7 p.m. I'll choose tomorrow as and when I wake up, like when I give my voice a little rest. Oh, Sylvain. Yep, new. Yeah, of course I remember Sylvain. Played for a lot of clubs. Can't remember who he played for in England. I was about to England. Newcastle was coming up again, but it might not have been. Sylvain, defender, I'm pretty sure. God, I swear Sol Campbell went to Portsmouth. Yeah, he did, bros. I think he got knocked at Notts County and then he might have went back to Portsmouth, something like that. The whole Sven Goran Eriksson at Notts County was around them times, I reckon. Remy Cabella, another French G. Remy Cabella. He was an everyone, looked tricky at times. But no, never made the grade, man. Oliver Bernard, Newcastle left back. Yeah, bro. So you are going Newcastle again, didn't you? You literally stroked through teams, didn't you? You go through teams. I love it. Newcastle, you're right, bro. Newcastle, Sylvain this time must have been Newcastle as well. Then I was ignorant. When I went new, and I stopped. I wasn't so sure. I was pretty much right. And new, finish it, Dan. Castle. You go through them teams, bros. I love you so much. But on that note, I'm definitely out. Peace out, my brothers. I'm gone in it. Mwah. Love you, man.